All right, everybody. After about 30 minutes off, we are back with game number 2 of this USFL doubleheader today. Again, we got both games taking place today. We got both games taking place on Sunday as well. We got game number 2 of 4, the Birmingham Stallions against the Michigan Panthers up at Ford Field. Again, my name is Jared and I thank you for tuning in. If you're joining me on this stream, we streamed the first game today. Memphis beat Pittsburgh 22-0, a game that Pittsburgh's offense was absolutely terrible. 3 turnovers, granted the last one was a desperation play. But Michigan, Birmingham coming up right now. Don't know what channel we're going to start this game on. It's supposed to be on Fox, but there are 13 laps left in the Craftsman Truck Series in that race. So we will see what happens. Will they delay the game? Will they move to FS1? Will they pull a Heidi? I have the remote ready just in case of anything. But as things stand, we are on Fox. No clue if that is going to last. We've had quite a few delays in the Truck Series. So we'll see what happens there, and we'll see what channel the game winds up being on. But it's supposed to start on Fox. It is supposed to start on Fox. I just hope there are no wrecks the rest of the way, because that would be very, very bad for the USFL. Unless they move this to FS1 or something. We'll see. But you guys have the drill. You've been here before. If you have any questions about anything, I'll just fire away in the chat. I'll be happy to answer. Let's see. I hope JG9 got some rest. A nice 20-minute nap makes a big difference. I did not get any rest during that time. Did not get any rest during that time. I can't do quick naps. I just can't do quick naps. I don't know what it is. But I feel like if I do quick naps, there's pressure on myself to sleep quickly. Or say, okay, I got 30 minutes, and then I kind of have to force my body to fall asleep and say, okay, I only got 25 minutes. Now I only got 20 minutes. And then it's like, okay, well, what's the point at that point? So it's not fun. It's not fun. I don't do quick naps. I do not do quick naps well at all. My naps are not naps. They're like 2-hour spectacles. So I can't do a quick nap like that. So I unfortunately did not get any sleep whatsoever. I just have to adjust my screen. So again, this is something that will not be an issue in a month once we get the studio. But for now, it is a bit of an issue having to adjust all these screens and whatnot. Okay, Stallions Panthers is airing on FS2. So let me put that in. FS2. Oh, sometimes this doesn't work. Fox Sports 2. So if you have FS2, this is where this game is going to be starting. If you don't have FS2, you might just have to wait and just let me be your guy for the next 10 or so minutes. Again, because of the truck racing, the start of this game got moved to FS2. So, FS2, some people don't get it. Some people, it is probably buried in your channel package. So, FS2 is where this game will start off between Birmingham and Michigan. You know, what's at stake this game for both of these teams as we are in the second half of the season? Well, for Michigan, they're 2-3. It is a logjam in the North Division. Every team entered the week at 2-3. Pittsburgh lost, so they're 2-4. Win this game, you go to first place. Top 2 teams in each division make the playoffs, just like the XFL. Lose this game, and it becomes a bit of an uphill climb with New Jersey and Philadelphia taking over the division lead. Birmingham is in a dogfight in the South Division as well. They're 3-2. They've been struggling as of late. Win this game, you tie New Orleans on wins, but Houston's got 3. Memphis is now at 500 after their convincing victory against Pittsburgh. So big game for both of these teams. Birmingham and Michigan, loser of this game, falls a bit further behind the pace with 4 games to go. FS2's parents don't have FS2. I remember FS2 used to be just all standard definition. Like, they were still showing games in SD back like 2018. Like, World Cup games were there in like 2018 on SD. It was bad. This is the first time I've watched FS2 in forever. So I don't even know what we're doing here. Let's see, what's on FS2 after this? We have a show about Leeds United trying to win promotion back to the Premier League after this, after America's Safe the Races on FS2. Leeds trying to win promotion back to the Premier League, which they've been in the Prem for quite some time now, so that's an old one. We have analysis of the CONCACAF Gold Cup final also coming up after this on FS2 at 4:30. As in the final that took place 2 years ago. At 5 o'clock, we have America's Day at the Races, horse racing, which is a repeat. We have Friday Night SmackDown. It is Saturday night. So that gives you an idea of what usually airs on FS2 at this point. So we will see what happens. Again, we're at commercial right now. It's FS2. We have... Ooh, okay, so we got 2 donors in. I'm going to put both of you because that was simultaneous. That was absolutely simultaneous. So I'm going to put both of you in, get you both on there. Happy birthday again, Weather Chart. $2 from Weather Chart. Who is your pick for this game? No weather report, obviously, because we're in a dome. Who's your pick? I got Birmingham. And then we have a 39.60 by Michael Hodel. Holy cow. Thank you so much. Hey, JG. Hope you're well, brother. Thanks for running a concert. 7 days left. Ooh, man. That is going to be exciting. If you were in the Pennsylvania area, I got an ex-Megadeth person in there. 7 days away. Michael Hodel's got a big concert coming up in 7 days. So if you like that kind of music, it should be a fun show. So go check that out 7 days from now. That was perfect timing. Holy cow. We've never had that before. 2 donors at the exact same time. So I'm putting both of you in. Because that was simultaneous on the dot. That was amazing. But thank you guys both for tuning in and for donating and for making this stream what it is. This is amazing. Again, I'm doing this on 2 hours of sleep. I fell asleep at 7 o'clock last night. So I was doing the JG9 video that came out, the Jim Brown video, and the JG8 video that came out. Not JG8, JG7 video that came out on the Cubs player who got fined for going to the birth of his child. So I'm working on no sleep, but it is all worth it because of comments like yours and donations like yours and everything like that. So thank you guys so much for all that. All right, the on Fox, the race is in overtime. So we should be leaving FS2 in just a bit. Wait, Belmont 6 are on Fox? I just flipped back to NASCAR, so I didn't see any of the... Are the Belmont 6 on? There's no way. That has to be a first. They acquired the rights to Belmont. Really? I did not know that. So that's the first time they've got the Belmont. All right. Why didn't I sleep? Was I out late at Jaguars? I was working on the videos. So I was working on the Jim Brown video was 25 minutes long. So that took some time. And then I had to do there was a copyright issue with the Jim Brown video. So I had to re-edit that one. And then I did the JG7 video. So I was working on both videos simultaneously. I was working on a lot of stuff. Plus I was working on some stuff for future projects that you will know about in a bit that I cannot quite say just yet, but you will know about it in a bit. I'll say this, if you like basketball, you're going to like what's coming up. You're going to really like what's coming up. But I can't say anything more just yet. In Birmingham, Michigan, taking place at Ford Field. This game is on FS2 for now. It is going to move over to Fox after the race is done. But we are in overtime in the NASCAR race. So keep that in mind. Kyle Larson won the truck race. All right, so hopefully in the next 5 minutes, we're on Fox. Again, this game is on Fox. It will be soon, at least. FS2 has the game for the moment. I'm assuming we're going to have one drive, and then it'll go to America's Day at the Races and whatnot. For those wondering, I have 4 monitors up right now. I have the USFL on the big screen. Looks like a pretty good crowd at Ford Field. Looks like the lower level is about 40% full, which is not bad. I got Orioles, Blue Jays on one of the screens, got the D-backs on one of the screens, and I've got PGA Championship in the horrible weather conditions in Rochester on the screen. Yeah, race is over. Are we officially on Fox? Because I'll flip over to Fox once that happens, because right now I'm on FS2. We are kicking off. Birmingham kicking off in Michigan to start this game off. Week 6 of the XFL. Here we go. Field at the 5-yard line. Taken out to the 20. 25, 30. He's got some room. And down at the 34-yard line, taken out by Reggie Corbin. So 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Is this an embarrassing one for the USFL getting preempted by truck racing? I don't think so. I don't think so. Josh Love, the quarterback for the Panthers today. And you see the 3 timeouts at the bottom of your screen. You see the 1 challenge. You can challenge once a game. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line in the Dome at Ford Field. Again, earlier today, Memphis beating Pittsburgh 22-0, putting the pressure on Michigan in that, putting the pressure on Michigan and the pressure on Birmingham to some extent, because both these teams are fighting for their playoff lives. That run goes absolutely nowhere. Stuffed on the play by Elijah Sullivan, number 57. You're watching the game on the Fox Sports website. Yeah, it's on that as well. It's on that as well. The 2nd and 10. Taking a lot of time to break the huddle, but 7 seconds on the play clock. Yeah, if you're going to Phoenix, just let me know. I would gladly see that show. 2nd and 10, screen pass. It is caught. Gain of 1 on the play. Catch there made by Joe Walker. Very nice open field tackle. That's all he gets. 39. Again, the Stallions enter 3-2. Outside the playoff picture right now in the South. Michigan, same thing, 2-3. Outside the playoff picture in the North. Big game for both of these teams. Because, you know, we're the top 2 teams in each division make the playoffs. Third and 9. Love gets the snap. They rush 5. And he goes down. Loses the ball. And it's recovered by Birmingham. It is recovered by the Stallions. Willie Yarbury. Are they saying he was down? Either way, it is it's gonna be good for Birmingham. But was he down beforehand? He was definitely not down beforehand. That's clear as day a fumble. So are they saying he didn't recover it? Are they saying Yarbury somehow didn't fall on top of that? Because he clearly recovered that ball. But Love was still in the field. They still have the possession now with Michigan. Yeah, possession now is still... Okay, what am I missing? Okay, there was a flag on the play. They didn't show it. I don't know what the flag was. They didn't show it. That is a big goof on Fox's part. But apparently it's 1st and 10 for Michigan. I don't know how that happened. And Fox just switched. Play action. Love gets hit low. Sack there, courtesy of Dondre Tillman. Okay, so I'm watching with no audio. What just happened on 3rd down? Because they did not show any flags. They did not show the referee saying anything. It just was Michigan recovered the ball. Michigan got a 1st down. So what? I mean, it was a massive broadcasting error by Fox to not show anything. What did I miss? It's 2nd and 19 at the 35-yard line. Because I genuinely don't know. Again, I'm watching this with no audio. 2nd and 16, out route. It's caught. They get some of that yardage back. They still got a ways to go. Catch there by Cole Picutini. Another broadcasting error. It was 2nd and 16. They had 2nd and 19. Defensive hold, cancel the play. All right. Defensive hold, cancel the play. I don't know why they didn't show it. Don't know why they didn't show it, or even have a flag graphic. I said flag replay and flag graphic and combine the words. So 3rd and 9. Love drops back. Stallions send it a late blitz. Hit on the throw, but a beautiful play. Holy cow! Nice catch there to the 26-yard line. Caught by Trey Quinn with a man in his face. Good enough for a Panthers 1st down. It's a gain of 33 on the play. So nice blitz by Birmingham. Was a delayed blitz. Got the hit too. Took a shot, but a beautiful throw. Only where his man could get it. Yeah, the hit there came by Quinn and Poling. And Michigan gets a first down at the 26-yard line. Actually, now they mark it at the 25. Yeah, giant hit the QB took. Nice blitz, just an even better throw. Good defense, even better offense. Run goes up the middle, gain of 4 on the play. Also, the game center, if you're following like live stats and whatnot on XFL versus USFL, the game center is way better on the XFL website. I think the team colors, I mean, Michigan's colors are unique. I really like Michigan's colors. Birmingham also like that tan look. I kind of like it. They're unique colors. They stand out. I do like it. Handoff goes to the outside, gain of 3 on the play. It's Stevie Scott, but there was a flag on the play, so probably bring this one back. Indications initially are that it is holding. As things stand, it's 3rd and 3 at the 18-yard line. But something tells me this is not going to stand. It is holding on Michigan, back him up 10 yards to the 31-yard line. Call the hold on number 76, Sean Pollard, it looks like. Too many USFL teams use red. I mean, that is a fair point, but at least the colors are unique enough. Like, no one I know, no other pro team uses the colors that Michigan does. No other pro team uses the same colors that Birmingham does. Like, the colors that stand out. The colors are fun to play with. They stand out. 2nd and 16. They had 2nd and 16 a few plays ago, and eventually got the first down after 2 plays. We'll see if they do here. Love. Empty backfield, slant route. And that is incomplete. Intended target on the play was A.J. Richardson. Threw it into traffic. Don't know if he should have caught it, if that was a nice pass. Either way, 3rd and 16. Columbia, copper, and maroon seem like a weird color combo. Yeah, but it works. I don't know why, but it works. Like, I think it's because of the blue accent. It's because of the blue accent. That's why it works. The blue accent makes it. It's a unique combo. Why Memphis colors are the same as the OG Showboats? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know why that's not the case, but it works. Love fires, drag route, only about 4 yards on play, but he loses the ball, but the ball goes out of bounds. Almost recovered there by Nate Brooks, but the ball goes out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, well short of the first down. Not sure what that play was. 4th and 12, they're going to try a field goal. 45-yard attempt coming up for Cole Murphy to try to get Michigan on the board. I'm not quite sure what the play call was there on 3rd and 16. And then clearly lost the ball, but the ball went out of bounds. Fortunate break for Michigan. Cole Murphy, 5 for 6 on the season. Longest kick is 45. This would tie his long. Kick is up, and it is good. Squeezes inside that left upright, and Michigan is on the board first with 9:08 left. In the first quarter, Michigan gets the first points of the game. They lead 3-0. And Michigan looking to get to 500, take first place in the North. Become the only team in the North with a record of 500 or better. Birmingham looking to tie New Orleans in the win column. Again, every single team in the USFL is between 2 and 4 wins. There is a ton of parity this year that quite simply wasn't there last year. Last year, the playoff race was incredibly boring. You knew the teams for pretty much the entire season. The halfway point, there was no drama whatsoever. This year, not so much. This year has leveled the playing field tremendously. Part of that also is a lot of the players went to the XFL. But very much a level playing field compared to what it used to be. How's it going, Tim? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're going to have fun tonight. Or today, rather. We're live streaming this USFL game on Fox between Birmingham and Michigan. Yeah, I can imagine touring has got to be tough. Just expense-wise and everything, and setting up and everything, it's got to be a lot. So, I completely get that. Michigan is like the Owens-era 49ers of Columbia. To some extent, yeah. To some extent. Yeah, I think Memphis had to change their colors because every team was using some variation of red. Plus, I mean, I like the idea of cities claiming colors. And Memphis, you have that blue and yellow. I mean, that's what the Grizzlies have. Memphis, the Memphis Tigers are blue. So I kind of get that idea of let's blend in with the city. So I kind of like that. Same thing like when Pittsburgh changed the colors from orange and purple to the black and yellow because it fits in with the city. It makes sense in that regard. You want some city identity, especially want to become one of those city teams. Makes sense in that regard. Whose broadcasting has been better? USFL. The presentation is so much better in the USFL than it is in the XFL. So much better. So Michigan going to kick off after a 45-yard field goal by Murphy. Murphy's going to kick off from his own 20-yard line. The kickoff is fielded at around the 20. Not a lot of distance on that one. Should set up some good field position, and it will. As Birmingham is going to get this ball at around the 41-yard line. Zaquandre White, 21-yard return. It's going to be Alex McGough coming into the game at quarterback. Former Jaguar player as well. I remember watching him a ton in the preseason in Jacksonville. I actually thought he played better in preseason 2019 than Minshew. Jags made the right call there, keeping Minshew over Alex. But he is here in Birmingham. Again, they lost Jamar Smith, their quarterback, for the year with an injury. So now it's McGough in as the quarterback for the Stallions, and he is into Michigan territory, and then some. A nice play there on the RPO. Keeps him himself, takes it to the 32-yard line of Michigan. 28-yard play. He can use his legs, and he did so there. Some of those color combos were amazing. Barcelona Dragons, that color combo was incredible. I think Jerry Richardson had the Michigan Panthers in mind when he decided to make blue one of the Carolina Panthers colors. No, I mean, Carolina blue is a pretty popular color. I don't think he had Michigan in mind. I think he was like, look, a lot of the teams in North Carolina, the Hornets, Duke, UNC, they're blue. Let's go with blue. 2nd and 5 after the handoff for a gain of 5 on the play. So I think the Coyotes are relocating. I think the Mesa deal is going to happen. I think Mesa really wants to have him. I think it's going to be a disaster, but Mesa wants him. So I don't think we're going to relocate just yet. 2nd and 6 at the 27. Play action. Jump pass. It's caught, but well behind the line of scrimmage. I don't know what that play was. Blown up for a loss of 1. Catch there made by Jace Sternberger. Tons of pressure. They're trying to set that tight end pass in the flat, but all out of sorts there. And Jace Sternberger on the grab. The former tight end from Texas A&M. The former 3rd-round pick in the 2019 NFL Draft. 3rd and 7. And McGough's going to have to call a timeout. Can't get the playoff in time, so they got 2 left. Smart timeout if you can't get the playoff in time. Might as well use it there. USFL feels, at least presentation-wise, more professional. In terms of having games at set times, in terms of just everything involved, it just feels a bit more professional. I think the play quality is better in the XFL, especially offensively, but there is some stuff about the USFL, like presentation and coaching, that I think is way better. Way, way better. I remember early that season after the Titans-Jags Thursday night game that Minshew was next break. Minshew Mania was crazy. If you think people love Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville, the Minshew mania after the Titans game and the Broncos game was unlike anything I've ever seen. He was taking the city by storm. He was taking the football world by storm. It was amazing. 3rd and 7. We go wide open. First, oh, did he catch the ball? Did he catch? Okay, so did he catch this ball? And if so, did he fumble it before he got the first down? It's made there by C.J. Marable. Got a lot to sort out here. So Mago had him wide open. Okay, clearly a catch. And then he dropped the ball. It was stripped on the play, actually. You can credit on the play with the strip. Noah Dawkins, the linebacker. And where are they going to mark this is the question. Where are they going to mark this? Did he get enough for the first down? They are going to say that yes, he did. They are going to say that yes, he got enough for the first down. Though now I think they might be reviewing it. Now I think they're going to review it. If it's a fumble, I mean, it's clearly a catch. I don't see how it's not a catch. He made a football move. He took 2 steps, made a football move. The question is, when did he fumble this ball? Is there enough to overturn it? From that first angle that Pereira is seeing, there's not a lot. 22-yard line is where he lost the ball. First down line was at the 21. So we'll see. It does look like, because he fumbled at 22, it is going to be 4th and 1. It is going to be 4th and 1. Most random city that currently has a Big 4 team, Green Bay. I'd say also Oklahoma City. Salt Lake City's up there, but Oklahoma City. Yeah, Sacramento. Sacramento has a big population, so. Brandon Aubrey now going to try a field goal, so they're not going to go for it. 4th and 1, they're going to try a 40-yard field goal. 6:47 left. Aubrey's kick is right down the middle. So both teams trading field goals on that first drive, but a costly fumble there by Marable. He had a wide open first down. If he doesn't fumble that ball, that's an easy first down. Birmingham is still keeping this drive alive. As things stand, it is 3 apiece. Both teams trading field goals to start off with 6:42 left in the first quarter of action in this monumental game in Week 6 of the USFL season. Now, in terms of what's on the agenda, I might as well, because I didn't get a chance to say in the last stream what's coming up. In terms of what's on the agenda going forward, tomorrow, hopefully double upload. Hopefully it's a double upload day tomorrow. We should have a video about something Cowboys related that was going to come out today, but I had to push it back because of the Jim Brown news. So I put a Jim Brown video out today. Cowboys video is coming out tomorrow. We also have, as I'm going to sneeze. Okay. We also have on JG7 a baseball video coming out tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to be on. That'll be a game time decision. We'll see. But I want to do double upload. I want to do 2 uploads today. I really do. I see no reason why I can't. I see no reason why I can't do double uploads. Because baseball videos don't take a ton of time to do necessarily. Because footage is relatively easy to find. Versus college where they take a ton of time to find. So, we'll see. College videos are coming. There's some other videos coming on other projects that I can't quite say. Bless you. Thank you so much, WVU. And thank you for the donation again in the last stream. Thank you so much. It really meant a lot to me. Thank you. So, yeah, Jacksonville, most populated. Yeah, it's 11th most populated city. Yeah, I mean, Jacksonville is kind of random in the sense you have down there Atlanta, Orlando, Miami, Tampa. Jacksonville's just kind of a drive-by city for a lot of people. So, to some extent, I get it. It just doesn't feel weird for me as a Jaguars fan, but I get why it feels weird for some people. I think Buffalo is the most random with 2. I think we're talking cities with 2. I would say Buffalo is the most random with 2. I'm not sure what other city would come close, necessarily. Teams with multiple Big 4. I would probably say Buffalo is the most random of the bunch. Yeah, Jacksonville is the most populated city in Florida. That it is. Then again, it doesn't feel that way because it's just so massive. You don't realize how big Jacksonville is, but it is massive. All right. Time for kickoff. Birmingham going to kick off to Memphis. Both teams trading field goals to start off. And I have no idea what is going on the screen right now. I have no clue. But at least it's not destroying where they're interviewing him for the whole third quarter. Kickoff. Fielded by Michigan at the 10-yard line. Taken out to the 20. To the 25. To the 30. And he goes out of bounds to the 31-yard line. So good kickoff coverage there, all things considered. Again, the standards are different in the USFL versus the NFL because you're kicking off the 20, so you got a lot more returns. Reggie Corbin on the return to the 31-yard line. A decade ago, I'd say Vegas having two teams, but here we are. Yeah, I think online betting has helped out a lot. The fact that you can bet anywhere, I think the stigma is gone. Michigan got opening drive points, got the field goal. It's been a struggle for Michigan recently offensively, as you saw on the screen. First points in 12 possessions. But we'll see what Josh Love and company can do here. First drive field goal. What do they have in store for drive number 2? First down, Love. Looking on an out route, and it is incomplete. Intended target on the play was Joe Walker. Second time he's been targeted today, but no catches for him. So 2nd and 10. Again, in terms of what's at stake this game, I don't feel like St. Louis is weird for that. Because they had 3 and then they went into 2. Who are some players for us to look out for again? Ooh. No, we didn't talk about that. We did not talk about that yet. But handoff there, 2nd and 10, and gain of 1 on the play. Corbin tries to run to the sideline. Doesn't get a whole lot there. Yeah, destroying hurt the Battlehawks viewing experience. Yeah, and he didn't promote it on social media. That was the crazy part. He didn't promote it, so it's not like any destroying fans would watch that. I just thought that was terrible. I thought that was terrible. No Becky Hammond, no problem. Aces whipping the Storm by 20 in the third quarter. I mean, that's a super team. The Aces are a super team. There's nothing stopping them. There is nothing stopping them from winning the WNBA Finals this year. There's nothing stopping them. Who to watch for? I mean, I really like defensive line. I like Ethan Westerbrooks. I really do. I thought he was very good in St. Louis, all things considered. Slant route that is caught down to the 47-yard line. Joe Walker. Gain of 15 and good enough for a first down. So we're talking defensive line. Sternberger could be a difference too at tight end for the Stallions. Want to go like undercover guys? I'd say Sternberger, Westbrooks. There's some guys here that had some moments in the NFL. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Love, and that is dropped. Dropped by Stevie Scott. Behind the line of scrimmage. Trying to go with the swing route, and that is incomplete. I will say this. People have asked for the difference between XFL and USFL. The quality of receiver play is a lot better in the XFL. I will say that. There's a lot of stuff I love about the USFL. There's a lot of stuff. Uniforms, I think, are better all around. The identity, the brand identity, I think it's better all around. The presentation, the coaching, all better in the USFL. The quality of the receivers, XFL has a beat by a mile. And that quarterback play, which was almost an interception. Almost an interception by Josh Love. Going up the middle field, his arm got hit. Lorenzo Burns almost made the diving interception. The fall of Oakland has been something to admire in the sports world. Yeah, it's what happens when you don't build stadiums, you don't upgrade the stadiums. You bend over backwards, get the Raiders back. Bend over backwards for Al Davis. If the Raiders don't come back, I think the A's are still in Oakland. And they don't move to Vegas. If they never build Mount Davis and build that atrocity, I think the A's are still in Oakland. The 3rd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Love, they're setting a delayed blitz. Hit on the play. An incomplete pass was the same play they dialed up on 3rd down last time. And this one also falls incomplete. Intended for Cole Hikutini. With 3 straight incompletions for Love. they've been dominating on that delayed blitz. They're getting pressure every single time. Michigan's offensive line has no answers for that whatsoever. That safety blitz, Lorenzo Burns, who almost had the interception on second down, he hits his arm on third down, had a great drive there, and Michigan will be forced to punt this ball away. First punt today of the game for either side. Kyle Kramer going to punt this one at the 47-yard line. It is going to be fielded, fair caught, at the 12-yard line by Birmingham. So that is where the Stallions will take over after the commercial break. The MLS, I feel like, is very much like the NHL in that it is very localized. Not a huge national fan base, but I would absolutely count it as a Big Five. I would absolutely count MLS as part of being in the Big Five. I think it's a legit thing. I think MLS is completely legit. I mean, until MLS gets the best players in the world like NFL, I mean, but that's always not going to happen because there's so many other leagues. NFL, it's the only football league. NBA, I mean, yeah, there's a Euro League, but NBA is the dominant force. NHL, yeah, there's a KHL, but NHL is the dominant force. MLS will never be that. I mean, by that logic, is La Liga a legitimate league? Is the Bundesliga a legitimate league? Is any league that's not the Premier League a legitimate league by that logic? Like, I don't know. I don't know. We are halfway through the XFL, or the USFL season. I gotta stop saying XFL. So it happens when you live stream the XFL for 3 straight months. Who do you think is going to be the MVP? I would say right now, I mean, in all likelihood, it's going to a quarterback. In all likelihood, these are quarterback awards. So, I'd probably say Bethel Thompson. It's not going to be Cookus. Cookus has not played that well this season. He's been a sack machine. I'd probably say Bethel Thompson is the front runner. Especially with the way New Orleans is playing, I would say probably Bethel Thompson is the front runner. Yeah, Oakland's definitely to blame for this. I feel bad for the fans in all this. Fisher is to blame, but Oakland is also to blame for all of this. The Coliseum should not have gotten anywhere close to the condition that it was in. It's not that it's just a bad stadium. It's not like it's like the Edward Jones Dome. It's unsafe. It's a legitimately unsafe stadium that is falling apart. Like, it is terrible. I watched the A's Diamondback series, which was in Oakland. Oh, that was so eerie. That was so eerie to watch. It was almost like watching a COVID game. No fans in the stands, completely silent, no crowd noise to pump in, nothing. It was terrible. Speaking of the D-backs, they're up 1-0 after 2 innings. Need to win this one. And Brandon found them out after whatever the heck happened yesterday with Zach Allen. The 1st and 10, ball at the 12-yard line. Handoff up the middle, and a nice open field tackle. Only gains 1 on the play, thanks to the tackle courtesy of Breland Speaks. Telling the running back there, don't speak. Only 1 yard on the play as he tried to cut back. CJ Marable. Speaks got him around the head. Never touched the face mask, though. Completely legal tackle. Great one-on-one play. Brings up 2nd and 9. Yeah, I really like this uniform combo. I really like this uniform matchup. Alex steps up. Now he fires behind the line of scrimmage. It is caught. Gain about 5 on the play. Fire to the sideline. Fire toward Marable. Oakland Coliseum or FedEx Field, which is worse? I mean, they're both bad. Oakland Coliseum has rats running around. So, Oakland Coliseum is probably the winner. They're both bad. But one is a safety hazard. I mean, they're both safety hazards, but one is an even worse safety hazard. 3rd and 3, curl route over the middle. It is caught to the 23-yard line. Needed 3 yards, got 4. And that is enough for the first down. Catch there made by Austin Watkins. AG to AW. They get the first down. Yeah, Possums have been found in visitors' press box. I'll put it this way. FedEx Field is a bad stadium that needs some work. It needs to be destroyed. Oakland Coliseum is like an episode of Bar Rescue or Kitchen Nightmares where you walk into the back room and you're like, what is this? That's what that is. Alex Mago going deep. No one even close. Had to be a miscommunication. Mago was thrown for a fly route. Receiver was trying to come back. Austin Watkins trying to come back on the play. About 20 yards over his head, and that is an incomplete pass. No communication whatsoever. 2nd and 10. As a diehard Marlins fan, A's games make Marlins games feel like we have 100,000 people, when in reality we usually get 8,000 and 20,000 fans. Oh, it's so eerie. Watching a game with the A's is like where you know the writing is on the wall. It's like watching if you ever watched a Houston Oilers game in '96, that's exactly what this is like. The Astrodome was just an eerie thing. 2nd and 10, drag route, caught, gain of about 2 on the play, brings up 3rd and 8. And it's just an eerie feeling. I will say this, the Coyotes, if the writing is on the wall and they do move, and they don't get the Mesa deal done for whatever reason, and they do move to Houston or KC and they do have to play a final year in Arizona, it won't feel like that because you're playing in a 5,000-seat arena. And even if the fans don't show up, you're going to get visiting fans like crazy. So it will never feel like that. What we're seeing in Oakland, we're not going to see for a long time again, in terms of that eerie feeling. They don't have to get a playoff here. We'll see if Mago tries again to jump, and he does. Trying again to jump, it doesn't work. 3rd and 7 at the 26 when we get back from this commercial break. How's the D-backs park? I really like it. I really like the D-backs park. There's definitely some things that need to be improved. The outlets don't work. The concessions aren't great. The team store offering is kind of limited. The out-of-town scoreboard doesn't work. There's some issues sometimes with the electronic scoreboards, but I really like the place. I really do. I think it's an underrated ballpark, especially when the roof is open and the panels are open and you can see the Arizona skyline. It's in a great location. That's what it's got going for it. It's in a great location. The views are great. The seats are close to the field, relatively speaking. I mean, they're not like progressive field level, but they're really, really good. The other thing with Chase Field, it is a hike to get to the top. If you were in the upper level, there's like 50,000 rows in the upper level. And they're all good seats. I mean, I've sat in the upper level before for concerts and for baseball games and for like the upper level for baseball games and for all that. And they're good seats. It's just a hike to get there. And there's no elevator and there's no, like, you need to break it up to 2. But I really like the D-backs park. It's a fun place to watch a game. And I mean, it's in a perfect location for where I am and for what I do. So I don't want them to build a new ballpark. I really don't. Unless it's in Phoenix. If it's in Phoenix, that's one thing. But like if they move to Tempe, I don't want them to move to Tempe because I would go to a lot less games. Because it's so easy for me to just walk to the game and walk right back. Don't have to pay for parking, don't have to pay for anything. Just walk in and walk out. Tempe would not be like that. But it is way too big. I will say that. Chase Field, if they do build a new ballpark, they're going to reduce capacity by a solid 10, 15,000 seats. Chase Field is gigantic. And it's really like the lower level's fine. It's just the upper level has a bajillion rows. You're out of breath by the time you walk up all those flights. I want to look up the exact number. As there are a ton of seats at Chase Field, and they're all like 300 level. Yeah, let me see. Like, how many rows are there at Chase? I want to check that out. How many rows are there? I mean, I think there's like 40. I think there's 40 rows on the upper level. Let's see, if I want to buy like Red Sox seat-back tickets, let's see. Yeah, the back row is, at least from what I can tell, is row 32. There are 32 rows. Worst ballpark I've been to, I mean, Shea was a dump. Shea Stadium was a dump. I went to Shea. I haven't been to too many bad ballparks, though. I mean, Bud Selig said it best when he was in my class. He said there are 28 good ballparks in this league right now. I would say, honestly, of the current ballparks, I've been to quite a few, but I honestly say Yankee is the worst. I'd say the current Yankee Stadium is the worst. 3rd and 7. Mago fires to the sticks, and nice second effort there to get the first down. Gain of 9 on the play, gain of 8 or 9 on the play. It is Jake Sternberger, the man I was talking about earlier. Because here's the thing with the new Yankee. It's funny because Yankee and City were built in 2009. So in 2008 was the final season for both the Yankees and the Mets in their old ballparks. One team did a heck of a job upgrading their ballpark. The other team failed miserably. The Mets did a phenomenal job with their ballpark. Citi Field is a phenomenal place to watch a game. On a beautiful summer day, it is one of the best ballparks in baseball. It really is. Hand off up the middle is Marable, picks up 11 yards, good for a first down. I've never been to PNC, but I mean, it looks amazing. I've heard nothing but good things about PNC. Yankee, it's like they took the old Yankee and took the soul out of it. The thing with Yankee that makes no sense, that is unforgivable, is that's a screen pass to the sideline, gain of about 3 yards on the play, caught by Josh Johnson. The unforgivable sin with Yankee Stadium is that they built the ballpark so that if you're in the bleachers and left and right field, you cannot see the whole field. There is a wall that is obstructing your view as Mago runs for, or now he fires, and it is incomplete. There's a flag on the play, though. That's a few times today Mago is trying to jump pass. But Yankee, there is a, we'll see what this play is. Ineligible man downfield is what the call is going to be. Oh, no, illegal substitution. My apologies there. Illegal substitution, so repeat the down, second down. So, if you're in left field in the bleachers, you can't see anything in right field. You have to watch on a TV screen what happens in right field. Because they built the ballpark in such a way where there's like a center field bar, but the bar is closer than left and right field, so it makes no sense whatsoever. And it's just a horrible viewing experience. Handoff up the middle, gets the first down to the 40-yard line. So Quandre White got the white stuff there to the 40-yard line. Let's see. What LB team needs a new stadium? Oakland and Tampa. Oakland and Tampa need a new stadium. What ballpark has the best sightlines? Progressive Field, everything's super close. I was shocked when I went to Progressive Field last year how close everything was. I think the sightlines there are immaculate. Camden's also got some very good sightlines. I'd love to know what Selig thinks of the old veteran stadium. Oh, he hated it. He hated all those cookie cutter stadiums. He said that if you fell asleep at the ballpark, like drunk, and you woke up the next day in any of those stadiums, you wouldn't tell where you were. Riverfront, Three Rivers, Vet, there was no difference. He hated all those concrete slobs. Hated them all. I've only ever been to Angel, Dodger, and Petco, so I have to say Angel Stadium because it seems a lot more geriatric compared to the other two. Let's see. I've been to Yankee. I've been to Camden. I've been to Progressive. I've been to none of the AL West. NL East, I've been to Citizens Bank. I've been to City. I've been to Busch. That's a beautiful stadium, Busch. I've been to Chase. I've been to Dodger. Right, I think those are the 8 I've seen. I don't think I've seen any others. Yeah, Progressive Field is a minor league ballpark built to sidelines in the best possible way. And once they get rid of the shipping containers in the upper right field corner, it's gonna be amazing. Yeah, Progressive Field, the sightlines are insane. You're so close to the field. Like, I couldn't believe I was watching. Like, it feels like left field was super close where I was, but it's like, no, it's the same distance. It just feels really, really good because everything is super low and super close. It's like a shoebox field, but it's a compliment. It's almost a compliment. Like Progressive Field, beautiful summer day. Like I went on a Wednesday afternoon because the Jaguars playing the Hall of Fame game against the Raiders that Thursday. So we were gonna drive out to Cannon on Thursday, so we're staying in Cleveland that night. Went to the Guardians D-backs game. Beautiful ballpark. Really, I was pleasantly surprised by Progressive Field. I was not expecting it to be as nice as it was, but it really was a beautiful ballpark. All right, we are back from commercial break. Birmingham has the ball, 13:09 left on Michigan's 40-yard line. And Alex McGough is back there under center. Play action. He's got pressure. He's got to step up, and he's going to take off and run. Nice play to feel the blindside pressure. Gets the first down, and then some. He's still going. He's still going down to the 16-yard line. Up the middle, it's Alex McGough. What do you know? Gain of 24 on the play, and good enough for a Stallions first down. It was good pressure by Michigan, but against a guy like McGough, you got to have a spy on him. You got to have a spy on McGough because he can be lethal with his legs, and he shows why there. Gain of 24 yards gets Birmingham into the red zone. Somerset Patriots Citibank Ballpark. I love that minor league park. I've never been, but Atlantic League ballparks for the most part were pretty good. I mean, Somerset, are they still Atlantic League or do they exist anymore? I don't know. Run up the middle gets nothing. Atlantic League is like a shell of itself right now. It's like the entire geographic footprint is down the south for some bizarre reason. But I went to a ton of Atlantic League games growing up. Long Island Ducks. Which NFL team's new stadium, not including the teams we know, are getting one? Which NFL teams need new stadiums? Okay. Not including like Buffalo and Tennessee that we know are getting one. I mean, I think MetLife is soulless. Do they need a new stadium? No, but it's soulless. And that is an incomplete pass intended there for for Austin Watkins. So 3rd and 10. Nice pass break up there. Not kind of the ones that we know are getting one, like Washington, Buffalo, Tennessee. Like Jacksonville, I think, is the big one. Jacksonville needs a stadium with shade, a stadium with modern amenities. It needs something. They're now a AA team, but still. Wait, how does that work? So they're part of the Atlantic League and the AA? Wait, something's not right. 3rd and 10, short of the sticks, gain of 9 on the play. Oh no, they were previously members of the Atlantic League. So now they're the AA team of the Yankees. Okay, so they're not part of the Atlantic League anymore. That makes more sense. Yeah, the Atlantic League, I can't even tell you what the teams are anymore. They're all in the South. It makes no sense. I think Skip Holtz is furious at Sternberger for not running to the sticks, for cutting his route short. And they're going to have to try a 25-yard field goal to give Birmingham their first lead of the game. Kick is up. It is right down the middle. Disappointing drive for Birmingham to come that far. You only get 3 out of it, but at the end of the day, they do lead 6-3. So 2 drives, 2 field goals. But the Titans get a new stadium because a dome can do so much more. A dome can host Final Fours and Super Bowls and everything like that. And their current stadium cannot do that. Plus, Nissan Stadium is falling apart. It was in very poor condition. It has not been well maintained. So that's why they are getting a new stadium. My Atlantic League team is the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Season ticket holder and go to other teams' ballparks for free when I show my season pass. Yeah, I do like the Atlantic League. They are testing rules there. It's like a training ground for new rules, which I do like. But like Southern Maryland and Long Island, I think they're like the only 2 teams left in the Atlantic League that I consider the Atlantic League. So you have like the High Point Rockers, you have Gastonia, you've got Lexington. Like the whole footprint has changed. It used to be Southern Maryland was the southernmost team in the Atlantic League. And now it's not even close. I mean, granted, Sugarland made no sense. The Sugarland Skeeters made no sense whatsoever, but yeah, the floods have not helped. But Southern Maryland used to be the most southern team in the Atlantic League, and now they're one of the most northern teams. Like, because Bridgeport's not there anymore, which is sad. That whole situation was sad. The River Sharks aren't there anymore. Are the Barnstormers? I think the Barnstormers are still there. I think they're still there. I'm actually curious now. Let me look it up. I knew you had like the Wild Genomes. I know that team. Okay, so you have currently in the Atlantic League. Yeah, Barnstormers, the Ducks, the Blue Crabs, and the Staten Island Ferry Hawks. I do remember that. And the York Revolution. They're still there. And then it's Charleston, a team in Frederick. That will be Gastonia, High Point, and Lexington. The whole footprint is different. The whole footprint is completely different from what it used to be. Oh, you are familiar with the Atlantic League. That's good. That's good. Yeah, Ducks are still there. I know the Ducks are still there because I grew up a Ducks fan. I went to a ton of their games. I know the Ducks are still there. They're thriving. They've been there for over 20 years at this point. They get great crowds, like 5,000 a game. They're a phenomenal team. Kickoff field at the 5-yard line. So 20, 25, and that's all he'll get. Goes down to the 29-yard line. Reggie Corbin. So that's where the Panthers will take over. Of course, the Bucs go down to double play and don't score with first and third and 1 out. Yeah, I mean, the D-backs just had a nightmare of their own. Should be a routine play in right field at the wall, and allowed 3 runs off of it. Should have a routine play, get out of the inning, misdirected, and just disaster. Just disaster. Absolute disaster. All right, first and 10 at the 29-yard line. It's the last thing Brandon Font needs. It's the last thing a rookie pitcher needs. Handoff, gets the first down, gets about 13 yards on the play to give it to Stevie Scott. Right, I do remember the Skeeters were in Texas. I think Roger Clemens used to play for them. And then they became the affiliate of the Astros, and they changed their name. Yeah, I don't know why there was a team in Texas. That never made any sense to me. Too bad Vandy can't ask to move into the new Titans Dome for a while so they're on-campus team. Yeah, it really should, because that stadium is, at least from people that have been there, that have told me, it is a dump. Handoff once again goes to Scott. Gain of 2 yards on that one. And now they're the Space Cowboys. I'm not crazy about the rule changes. I'm not crazy about single disengagement. I'm fine with single disengagement. Pinch runner, not a fan. Double hook, I think it's too complicated. I think you're making it way too complicated at that point. I'm fine with single disengagement, though. I am fine with that. Second and 8. Handoff goes to Scott once again. Picks about 4 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 4. With 8:30 left. 3rd and 4, Michigan near midfield. Now they're going to say 3rd and 3. They're going to say Scott was actually down at the 50-yard line. Is this 4-down territory depending on what they get here? Panthers 2 for 4 today on 3rd down. Trailing 6-3. And Birmingham got the ball, or Michigan got the ball rather, to start the game. Love. They rush 4. Fires drag route. It is caught. The 45 down at the 40, still on his feet, and goes down at the 34-yard line. Catch there made by Marcus Ball. Gain of 17 yards on the play. Good enough for Michigan first down. Good enough to get them into Birmingham territory. Marcus Ball. Just a nice simple drag route. You got 1-on-1 with Nate Holley playing up close. And it was a mismatch that Love was going to exploit every day of the week. 7:22 left, and Michigan is going to call the first of their 3 timeouts in this first half. Yeah, Atlantic League is the most successful independent minor league. I mean, they have the partnership with MLB, though, too, which helps a ton. But it's just weird that the Atlantic League is not what it used to be from a geographic standpoint. It's just very, very weird. That's like the Ducks are the northernmost team now. It's just very, very weird how that all worked out. It's going to take some time to get used to. Because the Atlantic League, for me, I remember being like Bridgeport, Camden, Newark, Lancaster, Southern Maryland, York, Long Island. The Road Warriors every now and then. How's it going, Jacob? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. And now it's like a lot of teams in North Carolina and Kentucky. First down to 33-yard line. Handoff, stutter step, and loss of 1 yard on the play. Reggie Corbin brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Looked like it was Quinnen Pauling who brought him down. That play was all out of sorts, had to stutter step, never got even close to top speed, and at that point he was just toast. 2nd and 11. Third drive of the game for Michigan. Field goal on the first one, no points on the second one. Love fires over the middle, it is caught, dropped. It is actually dropped. Marcus Ball, the man who caught the first down pass earlier, drops that one, broken up on the play by Nate Holley. And quite a few drops today across the two games. Quite a few drops. That's an easy catch that Ball's got to make. Nice way by Holley to come in there and strip it away, but that's a catch you got to hold on to. You got to hold on to. Got to have stronger hands than that. 3rd and 11. Ball at the 34-yard line. .6:37 left as we have a stoppage in play. So as things stand, you don't get any yards here. It'd be a 51, 52-yard field goal, something along those lines. Definitely be a long one for Murphy to try to tie it up. So interesting how you play this one. Interesting how you play this one. Probably go over the middle again. Probably go over the middle on drag pattern or something like that. And try to get some yards after the catch. And don't risk getting a sack, getting yourself out of field goal range, but you want to make it closer. Because right now it would just be a long field goal for Murphy. Be a long field goal. So probably throw like a 7-8 yard pass. Give the receiver some momentum. And then hope you get some yards after the catch. Trust or force Birmingham to make it a field tackle. That's probably going to be the play. If the last few third downs have been any indication, it seems like the passing strategy has been that way. Get the crossing pattern, get the slants, and then just get the yards after the catch. In terms of stats from this game so far, Michigan with 95 yards of offense, Birmingham 113. Pretty even in that regard, but again, Birmingham has one less drive than Michigan does. Michigan only 3.4 yards per carry. Struggling to run the ball for the most part. The tough part, by far, for the Panthers is they got to figure out if they want to win this game. How do you stop Alex McGough? How do you stop him? He's got 52 yards rushing already today. He's been a force on the ground when he uses his legs. You got to put a spy on him at some point. So 3rd and 11. Ball the 34-yard line. We are just getting back from commercial break. I do like that this year they're embracing their past. They didn't really do that last year. I like that this year they are embracing their past and embracing the USFL name from the 80s. Like I like all these retro highlights and whatnot. As a Nats fan, I'm feeling nothing but pain. Look, D-backs are... I feel your pain as a D-backs fan right now. This game has been brutal. After yesterday's Gowan outing and down 3-1, it's been not fun. 3rd and 11, though, ball at the 34-yard line. And they were going to call a draw play. So they did what I said in terms of you just want to make it a bit closer for the field goal. Not exactly what it would have gone with. I didn't think you were going to call a draw play there. I thought you were just going to go a quick pass, but it is 4th and 7. Does make it a more makeable field goal from 47, 48 yards out for Murphy to try and tie this game up at 6 apiece. Yeah, I thought they were going to go over the middle, but I didn't think they were going to go to the sticks, but I thought they were going to go over the middle and then try to get some yak. I didn't think they were going to call a draw play there. 48-yard attempt. Birmingham late getting a guy off the field. This kick from 48, it is drifting right. It is no good. Now the question is, did Birmingham get that 12th guy off? And it looks like they did. It looks like they did. Or maybe they had 11 and that made it 10. Either way, the kick is no good. And you're going to see a lot of questioning of the strategy there by head coach Mike Nolan to try and call a run play on 3rd and 11. Get a closer field goal from 48, and it was no good. The Twins lineup is laying the rotation down so badly. That does feel weird to say. That does feel very weird to say. So Birmingham gets the ball back unscathed on that one. 6-3. Remember, they get the ball to start the second half. So you get some points here. You have a chance to double up. You have a chance to really get things going. So we'll see what happens here. Once we get back from commercial break, again, Mago is 52 yards rushing already on the day. Will they put a spy on him on drive number 3? And again, in terms of what came out today on JG9 and everything, 9 o'clock today, we put out a Jim Brown video. The time he almost got traded to the Cardinals in 1961. A crazy, crazy story I might not have known about. So go check that out if you haven't already. We put out a piece today at 12 o'clock on JG7 about the Cubs player who was punished by his team for missing a game to attend his the birth of his own child. Crazy, crazy story there. So go check that out as well. And that just dropped on JG7. We have a video out on JG9. And we should hopefully have 2 uploads coming out tomorrow. The reason the USFL is being nostalgic all the time because last year living original owner Stu Fox stimulate on the rights. That would make a lot of sense. That would make a lot of sense why you can't do that then. But I do like that they're embracing that now. I do like that. And tomorrow on your screen, you see the schedule. New Orleans, Philadelphia, that game is at noon. New Jersey, Houston, that game is at 4 o'clock Eastern. We'll live stream both of those. I'll be on at 8. I'll be in at 8:55 local time. So 11:55 a.m. I'll be on for the first game, and then 3:55 p.m. for the second game. But we will be doing the doubleheader. Yeah, Baby Gate. That's a good way of putting it, Baby Gate. So 5:36 left after the missed field goal. Mago and company have some pretty decent field position to get some points here before the half. At the 38-yard line. 2 drives for the Stallions, 2 field goals. Can they make it 3 for 3, or can they get a touchdown here? We'll see. 1st and 10 to 38. They're bringing the heat. Mago gets rid of it. Jump pass, and it is caught. The 45, 50-yard line is where he goes down. It's a gain of 12 on the play by Zaquandre White. Zaquandre White with the grab. They send the defensive back blitz. Mago senses it. He moves around, and then he jumps. He's got a weird little throw motion. That's quite a few times he's jumped today. Quite a few times he's jumped to throw the ball. They have it at midfield now. First down is a delayed draw. Goes to Zaquandre. Gain of 3 on the play. So for the 3rd time in 3 drives, they get into Michigan territory. Let's see what they do with it here. been alternating between Marable and White at running back. It looks like this drive it is White that is getting the bulk of the reps. Had Marable the first 2 drives for the most part. 2nd and 7. 4:30 left in this first half of action. Game number 2 of today's doubleheader. McGo fires slant route. It is caught at the 39-yard line. First down, gain of 8 on the play. Catch there made by Adrian Hardy. Adrian Hardy with the grab. Keeps the drive alive, moves the chains. With 4 minutes left, Birmingham has a new set of downs. White is in the backfield as the lone running back. We go in the shotgun. We got 4 wide, 1 on the far side, 3 on the near side. Play action. McGo on the run, fires. It is incomplete. Intended target on the play was Davian Davis. Looked like it might have been broken up on the play by Levante Taylor. McGo didn't quite ever have his feet set throwing on the run. I mean, look at his footwork. It is very, very weird. He's jumping. He's jumping on all these throws. I don't know why. His footwork is just all off. He's jumping when he doesn't have to. McGo needs to get the snap off. 2 seconds left on the play clock. 1, and they barely get it off. McGo fires over the middle. It is caught. First down the 24-yard line. Catch there made by Jace Sternberger, the tight end, the man I was talking about earlier is a man to watch out for. Gain of 15 on the play. I think that's his 3rd or 4th catch today. I think that's his 3rd. I'll check after this drive, but I believe that is his 3rd catch of the game. 3:20 left. Time is not an issue here. They got 2 timeouts. They got 3 minutes left, and they only have 24 yards to go, so that's not at all an issue here. If anything, if possible, you want to kill as much clock as possible to prevent Michigan from having a chance. First down, play action. Goes to Davis. Davis at the 20, goes out of bounds at around the 19-yard line. So gain of 5, maybe 6 on the play. Wasn't there an NFL player who stayed for the birth of his first kid and the owner of the team stayed with the team or stayed with his wife? Because it happened with the Oilers. Jimmy Johnson fined a player or he benched a player back with the Dolphins for missing practice to be with the birth of his kid. I don't think there was a player who did that where they practiced instead of seeing the birth of their kid and they got fined for it. I know that Bruce Arians said, "I'll fire anyone who doesn't do that." And Bruce Arians said, "If your kid is being born, you go, and I'll fire you if you don't go." But if you mean that, then yeah, Houston Oilers, there was a whole controversy. Yeah, there was a whole controversy there. Yeah, stay with his wife. Yeah, a whole controversy there with the Oilers back in the 90s. That's a first down on the play. Stallions don't have to get a playoff before the 2-minute warning. We'll see if they just try and jump or try to get Michigan to jump offside. They don't have to call a play here. First down at the 14-yard line, and they do not call a play here. So 2-minute warning. Birmingham leading 6-3. At this point, it becomes a clock game. Does Michigan start burning timeouts? How fast does Birmingham want to move? Again, Birmingham gets the ball to start the second half, so they can double up here. In terms of the playmakers so far, McGo had a very good game, 52 yards rushing, but 83 yards passing, 13 for 16, getting the job done. Jace Sternberger, 3 receptions, 21 yards. He's gotten the bulk of the catch. He's the only player on the team with over 2 receptions today, although Johnson, Hardy, and Marable each have 2 apiece. Offense has been playing pretty well. 2 drives, 2 field goals. This drive, they were in field goal range, looking to get 6 or 7, but in position to get 3, and they get the ball to start the second half. Birmingham averaging 6.7 yards per play. It's really just the footwork with McGo that makes no sense. The footwork is just atrocious. The footwork is ugly. It is very, very ugly. But right now, it's efficient. He's getting the job done. I'm not sure he got the first down, though, because the game center is saying that it's 3rd and 1 on the 15. I've got first and 10 on the 14. We're going to see if they remarked it at the 2-minute warning. But I believe it's a first down. I think the game center is wrong. Again, the game center has been bizarre. It's not as good as it is in the XFL. That's definitely one of the things that The USFL needs to set their game up on me. The game center is not that good. Yeah, Mago needs a footwork coach. He needs something. I mean, he's jumping on half these throws. He's great outside the pocket. Like, getting outside the pocket, sensing the pressure, using his legs. If he can just get his feet set, just get some refinement there, he could be very good, honestly. I mean, I saw potential with him in the preseason. I thought he was better than Minshew in 2019. I really did. He looked better than Minshew in 2019 in the preseason with the Jags. His footwork is just atrocious, though. He's not set on any of these throws. His footwork when he's throwing on the run is like he's throwing across his body. It's all off. It's just all off. We got 2 minutes left in the first half. Birmingham up by 3. And then we'll hit a halftime break after this. Arian should have been head coach eons before he actually did become one, especially given the retread coaches who got multiple chances, didn't make much of that. I agree. I absolutely agree. Because he was in the coaching ranks for a long, long time. I don't know what the holdup was. And honestly, I don't know if he would have become a coach if Pagano didn't get cancer. That's the sad part of all this. I don't know if he becomes a head coach if that doesn't happen. Because that was really the only time he got his opportunity after all those years. It was because he had to become head coach. Mago runs out of bounds after picking up 1 yard on the play. Runs into the wall as well. Will Minshew get the start in Indy or will it be Richardson? Here's what I'm thinking. Minshew starts week 1 against the Jags. First half, he plays terribly. He trails by like 17 points. Takes a few sacks, the crowd boos him. There's a third down play where they're in field goal range and he takes a sack to get him out of field goal range. They boo like crazy. And that pass is caught by White. Lost about 5 on the play. And then they bring Richardson in for the second half. Standing ovation, leads a scoring drive on his first tryout there. And then I don't know what happens from that point on. But I've seen the story way too many times. It's happened so many times with the Jaguars that I think that's what's going to happen. Week 1, Minshew gets the start. He's benched at halftime for Richardson. I'll put money on that right now. If you could. You can't, but if you could, I'll put money on that being what happens. Knowing the Jaguars' history, that's going to happen. Is Watt, Campbell, Ryan Akeem a good Houston Mount Rushmore? I would say so. Why didn't Michigan call a timeout? That's a good question. Now Birmingham calls a timeout. I guess the idea is you want to see if they get the first down. I'm not crazy about the idea of not calling timeout. We have a $10 from Davey Chains. Oh, welcome to the stream, Davey Chains. I remember you from a Twitch game. Played my first Jaguar Gator 9 NFL Trivia on Wednesday. Did better than expected, but still got smoked. Trust me, you're going to get a whole lot better. Trust me, you're going to get a whole lot better. It's a lot of fun. We do it every Wednesday night. Everyone's knowledge improves by the end of it. We have a blast doing it. Glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's tough. It is very, very tough. I'll be the first to admit it is extremely tough trivia, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And it definitely improved by the end of it. You definitely played a lot better by the end of it, which was good to see. But welcome. Hopefully we can get you back every Wednesday and whatnot. Give away some money. Maybe you have a chance to win sometime. We also have, I will say this, the last game of every month, we have a wildcard game. So what the wildcard game is I have a list of every player that's ever won the game before. We take the person that has the highest score from any of the 4 rounds, and we put him into the final automatically on the final game of every month. So we always let one wild card in, almost. Mago crossed the line of scrimmage, fires. Is this going to stand? I don't know if it's going to stand. As things stand, it's a touchdown for White. Was Mago across the line of scrimmage? As things stand, Zaquandre White has a touchdown. Did Mago cross the line of scrimmage? It's a heck of an improvisational job, but I think that's going to get reviewed. Did Mago step over the line of scrimmage? Again, the whole body has to be over the line. So if any part of the body is behind the line, it's still good. But we will see. That's a nice way to let him go. Again, that's what I was saying with Mago. His improvisational skills when he's outside the pocket are great. The forward just needs to be there. And that time it was. A great dump off to White. The question is, was he at all, at any point, across the line of scrimmage? And they're going to say he was not. He was not across the line of scrimmage at any point. So Birmingham gets the first touchdown of the game. They silence the Michigan crowd, and they are now up 13-3. What a play by Mago. What do you know? Alex Mago finds Quandre White. And again, Birmingham can double up. Get a stop here. Birmingham gets the ball to start the second half. I'm shocked they didn't even take a look at it. Again, if any part of the body is behind, you're good. But I really thought there was a brief moment, it looked like he did cross the line. But again, if any part is behind, you're okay. If any part is behind, you're okay. That was the whole Marcus Mariota thing in the Chiefs playoff game. But the fact they're not even questioning it, not even taking a look, I really thought there was at least something there. There was at least something there to look at least from that angle. A poor job to not even show that part. But Birmingham has the touchdown. Great play by Mago. A great play by Mago. Milwaukee Rushmore, Aaron, Kareem, Giannis, and Robin Yount. Robin Yount, easily. Robin Yount. The way Bud Selig talked about Robin Yount, Hank Aaron, and Ken Griffey. He talked about those three. He idolized those three. Ken Griffey Jr., Robin Yount, and Hank Aaron. He had so many good things to say about him. Yeah, hopefully we can get back every Wednesday, Davey. And again, every Wednesday night, the final game of the month, we have a wild card game. So we always take one player that has never made the final, or that's never won before, and we send him into the final automatically. So, and there are some rounds that you just got to win one round. That's really all it is. You got to win one round, and then the final round, you just got to beat out the other 4 people. And some rounds I would stink at, and some rounds I do very, very well at. So I'm on the other side. So thank you for tuning in for that stream. Thank you for the donation. It really means a lot to me. And hopefully we get you every Wednesday night. It's a ton of fun. We have a blast. And I will start showing my face on those streams once I get the monitor to do it. Once I get the studio, we'll start showing my face on the Twitch streams. It's just not possible right now because Twitch Studio is... my computer would crash trying to get a face cam on there. First and 10, swing route, incomplete pass intended there for his running back, Reggie Corbin. Mago, a phenomenal first half for him. And now you have to wonder, how does Birmingham play this? Birmingham has one timeout left. If Michigan throws an incomplete pass here and the clock stops, or whatever, Birmingham might have time to get one more drive. Have to step out for a big concert stuff. Totally understand. Thank you for tuning in. Totally understand that. The Jaguars will lose Week 18 to keep the streak alive. I hope not. Hit on the play, and that pass is... Did it hit the ground? It did not. So catch made at the 33-yard... 33-yard line, 3rd and 4. It's actually big that it was a... It's actually big that it wasn't a... that the ball wasn't dropped, because that means the clock runs. Although showing him go for a while, that might mean it was dropped. We're going to find out whether this ball hit the ground or not. So you are showing him go for an awfully long time, and that either means someone called timeout or that was an incomplete pass. My guess with this is that someone called timeout, which would probably be, since Michigan was running up to the line. But then again, that leaves, yeah, Michigan called timeout. That leaves the door open, though. Birmingham gets a stop here. They can burn a timeout, and they have time to get one more drive and go even more. Charlotte Cam, Muggsy Bogues, Steve Smith, Lonzo Mourning. It's tough not to put Kuechly on there, but I get it. You won 2 Panthers and 2 Hornets, so I get it. 3rd and 5. Love, slant route. That ball is caught down at the 46-yard line. Michigan has a timeout left. We'll see what they want to do with it. A.J. Richardson on the grab. Getting at 13 yards. Good enough for a first down. 32 seconds left. And Michigan There seems to be no urgency, so they call the timeout. That's their final timeout. Do I run or pass? Well, now I'm passing. Which of these teams are in the most trouble this offseason? Bucks, Sixers, Suns, Clippers, or Warriors? All right. The Suns, I don't think are in any trouble. I don't think the Suns are in any trouble. You got Booker, you got KD, and that's all you need. The Warriors, I mean, they got a lot of decisions to make financially speaking. The Bucks, I think, are going to be fine. Sixers, who knows what's happening with them. Harden's probably going to leave for Houston, it looks like. They're going to have to retool a lot of things. You got Tobias' contract. Clippers, it depends on if they lose Ty Lue or not. But I would say the Sixers are probably in the most trouble. This felt like the end of an era. This felt like the end of the process. This felt like the end. So I'd say the Sixers. Love your stories on the NFL and baseball. Love the story about Vince Scully. Thank you so much. I love making that story about him calling both games at the same time. I wish there was some footage of him doing that, but I really wanted that. Thank goodness for this stream. My AT&T box died. Your play-by-play is excellent. Thank you so much. Hopefully I'm providing you justice. Love going deep to the sideline. That is caught! Caught at the 23-yard line. What a catch there made on the sideline by Quinn. Trey Quinn with the grab down to the Birmingham 23. And just like that, the Panthers are in business. 30-yard gain. Best throw by Love so far today. One-on-one. TJ Carter in coverage, but a great throw leading Trey Quinn only where he could get it. 24 seconds left. Love just going to spike this ball, stop the clock. Again, they have no timeouts. 21 seconds left. The Suns need a true point guard. Yes, Chris Paul's done. But, look, the Suns have options. I mean, DeAndre Ayton's going to get traded, I think. They're talking about Portland. They're talking about the number 3 pick. Talking about a lot of different things. The Suns have their options open. Yeah, Houston signing Harden sounds dumb. They have a good young team. Define good. Define good. I mean, at the end of the day, they're not a good team. But they have a young team. I'm not sure if it's a good team, but they have a young team. Harden, I just think he's on the decline, and it's a lot of money. He'd be asking for a lot of money. We have a flag on the play, and ball is at the 23-yard line. Delay of game. So delay of game on Michigan after you spike the ball to stop the clock. That is insane. You essentially take a de facto timeout, and you get called for delay of game after. How does that happen? That is terrible. 2nd and 15, ball at the 27-yard line after the delay of game penalty. Love, slant route, that's called, but that's not going to... Birmingham is fine with that. That gets it down to the 15-yard line, and now Love is just going to spike this ball. That's going to bring up 4th down. Love's calling for a spike, but... It's a fake spike! No, it's a fake spike! And what is he doing? What on earth is he doing? He just ran! He didn't throw the ball, he just ran! And now they run out of time for a field goal! Oh my goodness, what the heck was that? What was that? That was the worst play I've ever seen in my life! I get why he wanted the fake spike, I get that. But then you don't get the fake spike, throw the ball away! What was he doing? He tried the fake spike, completely forgot the fact that you gotta throw the ball, and then it was 4th down and they had no time left. What was that? That's not even a dumb play call, that's all on him. That's not even dumb decisions on the coach, that's all on Love. Love was the one who called that. That's all on him. That's not on the coach whatsoever. Love was going for the fake spike. That's not on the coach. Oh my goodness. That is one of the dumbest things I have ever seen at a football game. Yeah, OC told him not to spike, which I get, because if you spike, it brings up 4th down. I get that. I think the play call on 2nd down was the bad play. The play call on 2nd down was the bad one, the slant route, that you're stopped short of the sticks, and it's over the middle of the field. I get not spiking on 3rd down. I get that. But you got to trust your quarterback to then throw the ball away. The quarterback just had a brain fart. That was a Kirk Cousins kneeling. That's what that was. That was a Kirk Cousins kneel down. That was, I kid you not, that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen a quarterback do. I'm not even exaggerating. That is the dumbest thing I have ever seen a quarterback do. I get not spiking the ball. I have no problem with the play call. The problem is, obviously, you got to get rid of the ball. The one thing you can't have happen is have the clock run out. I get why you don't want to spike it because you want to get 7 points instead of getting 3. But you know what you got instead of that? You got 0. You got 0. That was... I don't know what that was. I'm just getting my charger. I am genuinely at a loss for words on that one. So first half drama in the last game, 109-yard kick 6. First half drama in this with whatever the heck that was. I mean, I've seen some dumb things before by quarterbacks where they just brain fart. So Hugh Millen in a 92 against the Broncos. I did a video on that where he had to get rid of the ball and he just ran and it didn't work out. I've seen so Kirk Cousins in the Philly-Washington game back in 2014. That's up there. That is up there. According to the Broncos, the OC told him to run for the first down to stop the... Wait, what? Wait, the OC told him to run for the first down to stop the clock? It was like 3rd and 5. What? That makes no sense. There is no way. There is no way. That was just a realist performance art masterpiece. That was... I'm posting on my Twitter right now. I'm posting it. I am posting on my Twitter. That was the dumbest thing I have ever seen any quarterback do in my life. Hang on. I'm at a loss. I'm genuinely at a loss. I thought we were going to have a smooth halftime, answer some questions, just relax, save my throat. And then that happens. Okay, so the OC, if he told Love to run for the first down, he deserves to be fired in the locker room. Fired right now on the spot. If that's what happened, he deserves to be fired right now. Oh yeah, I type super fast. Super fast. I actually got yelled at in 9th grade by a substitute teacher because she thought it was banging on the keyboard when really no, I'm just typing that fast. But the keyboards were so loud. It was like a 1997 Windows or whatever. Oh my goodness. That is, I don't even know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I am at a complete loss. The dumbest thing I've seen. I've seen a lot of things. I saw Reggie Barlow with the whole timeout fiasco. I saw Terrell Buckley do Terrell Buckley things. That's the dumbest thing I've seen all year. I saw the Ezekiel Elliott at center play. And yet, this was the dumbest thing I've seen all year. I don't believe it. The OC thought it was college football. I mean, the clock does stop on first downs, but not like that. Plus, you need 5 yards. The risk is not worth the reward. So what happened? Wait, so that makes even less sense. So you get the first... Okay, let's say you want to run for the first down. You get the first down. Then you spike the ball. Then you have only enough time to kick a field goal. It makes even less sense. If that's the explanation, that makes even less sense. Because you only have time then to run one play. So your convoluted plan at that point is either spike the ball on 3rd down and set it for a field goal on 4th down, or run for the first down. Risk reward. The risk is that you don't get the first down and the clock runs out. The reward is that you move up like 4 extra yards, and you move it from a 27-yard field goal to a 23-yard field goal. There's no difference. There's no difference between a 27 and a 23-yard field goal. The 4 yards make no difference. It's not like you're moving from 59 to 55. You're moving from 27 to 23. That makes no sense. If that was the play, that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. What was that? Like, honestly, what the heck was that? Like, if that was the explanation, that makes it even worse. Because you get the first down, you just spike the ball after, and you wind up kicking the field goal. Anyways. I'm speechless. I am genuinely speechless. I am without speech. I am genuinely befuddled at that. I can just tell the NFL streams, if something like that happens, they're going to be a lot of fun. I can already tell the NFL streams with this are going to be hysterical. But this, I mean, oh man. I hope someone's got a highlight of that play on Twitter or whatnot, because that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And that deserves to be remembered in all its futility and all its stupidity. Just baffling. Just baffling. Joe judges the OC of the QB sneak off 3rd and 9. All right, let's try and get to the questions now after all of that. Everyone's mad the Spurs got the first pick. I'm not surprised because they've had so much luck in the lottery, so I'm not surprised by that at all. But it's a good fit for him. It's a good fit for Wemby to do pop and whatnot. Best Super Bowl champ by decade. 66 Packers? No, 67 Packers, I mean. No. I mean, there's no difference. There's really no difference. I'll go 66. 66 Packers. 78 Steelers. 85 Bears. Although 89 Niners have a case. 91 Washington. 03 Pats. 13 Seahawks. And 22 Chiefs. I'd say that. The least hated champions. Wait, I'm trying to get to that guy. Okay, here we go. 99 Spurs, 99 Rams, 01 D-backs, 19. Oh no, not the 01 D-backs. No, not the 01 D-backs. That was the one year that people did not want. That was the one year people wanted the Yankees to win. That's the great irony in all this. The one time Arizona sports won something, people were rooting for the Yankees. The D-backs are not the least hated champ. People were rooting for the Yanks in the wake of 9/11. They're not the least hated champion. I would say the least hated champion. I mean, people felt good for the Cubs after 2016. People felt good. It was a long time coming. I think people felt good for them. I don't know anyone that hated the Cubs after 2016. I would say 2016 Cubs. 19 Blues, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. 99 Rams, like I said before, that's a good one. The 99 Spurs, yeah, that's a good pick. 99 Spurs are a good pick. I would also say, you know what? 11 Mavs. 11 Mavs. 11, 12 Mavs. People loved when the Mavs, or 10, 11 Mavs, that's what I meant. People loved the Mavs when they beat the Heat. They loved Dirk. They were happy for him. The Heat were cocky. This was right around the time everyone hated LeBron. I'd say 11 Mavs were that. 72 Dolphins, say hi. I don't know. Look, the Dolphins, obviously a great team, undefeated and whatnot. They were the beneficiaries of a super easy schedule. And they did not look convincing in any of their playoff games. They were the beneficiaries of an easy schedule where they did not play a single playoff team. Playoffs, they were okay. They didn't wow anyone in the playoffs. I think the 78 Steelers were better. 97 Marlins, 03 Marlins. I would say, yeah, 97 maybe there was animosity because Cleveland, it had been a long time since they won anything, and the Marlins just came in right away. And after 5 years, 0-3's got a case. 0-3's got a case. Prediction for the Jags: 11-6 win the division. That's my prediction. When did QB spikes start exactly? It hasn't always been around. I think it started in the late 80s, I want to say. I want to say late 80s. I don't remember what the exact year was. What was worse, that play or the butt fumble? Look, the butt fumble was just a miscommunication. At least there was some logic behind it. It was just a miscommunication. This was just stupidity. This was worse. If this was an NFL play, this would be living on in the follies and the bloopers of the not top 10 for the next half century. Like, really, that was how dumb that was. That was how dumb that was. Really, the stupidest play I've seen a quarterback make all season. And if his OC told him to do that, he should be fired. That's why, again, Michigan has scored 3 points on their last 15, 16 drives. I think 16 drives. They've scored 3 points. Yeah, OC... You're gone after that one. You're gone. Yeah, somebody needs to go there with Yakety Sex. Who takes Nuggets Lakers? Look, the Nuggets are just a super force. I'm taking the Nuggets. LeBron looks old for the first time in a long time. I mean, he looked old in the Lakers-Suns series, but he looks old now. The Nuggets are just an unstoppable force. They really are. They're a phenomenal team. Even Terrell Buckley wouldn't have called that. I mean, I don't know. Buckley's pretty opposite of it. ACC, is it done as a conference? I mean, the Pac-12 is still alive somehow, so no, I don't think the ACC is done. There's definitely some turmoil, but it'll get sorted out. It'll get straightened out. It always does. It always does. Yeah, 05 White Sox have a case too, although Ozzie Guillen was polarizing to some people, so I get if that turns some people off. 1st and 10. Ball at the 32-yard line for Birmingham. And bottled up in the backfield. Loss of 4 yards on the play. Nice tackle there by Trey Williams. 2nd and 14. What about the 2023 Marlins, 2023 Jags, and 2023-24 Magic? Definitely not hated champions. I wouldn't complain. I would not complain about that whatsoever. Looking to put any combination of teams that the Jags are in, I'm there. I'm a Cards fan. Was I happy for the Cubs? Yes, I was happy for the Cubs. I was happy. Look, I mean, people have gone like 100 years without seeing their team win. I was happy for them. I was happy for them. It's like, okay, you get one. You get one. You get one before you die. That's a slant route caught at the 44-yard line, getting 16 yards on the play, so to get that yardage back. Catch there made on the play, courtesy of number 16, Adrian Hardy, his 3rd grab of the day, 1st down. Also one of my best friends with a Cubs fan, so I was watching that World Series with him and some buddies, so I was happy for him. You could just tell the weight lifted off his shoulder. It was just a surreal moment. It was just a surreal moment. I was happy for the Cubs. Now the Titans, they can never win anything, and I'm totally fine with that. But I was happy for the Cubs. Play action. Mago, he's got a clean pocket, and now he's going to spin for no reason. Now he fires, jump throw, out of bounds, incomplete. I don't know what the spin move was. Were you saying that pass by Hardy wasn't caught and no one challenged? I didn't even notice that. If that ball hit the ground, I didn't see a replay. If that ball hit the ground, that is a massive mistake on Michigan's part. And their coaching seems all out of sorts today. But 17 Astros, I'm sure no one hates them. What could you possibly hate about the Astros that season? But you know what it shows you? It shows you just how, as Mago, that's going to be a delay of game. Unless they got a timeout in, but I think that it's going to be a delay game. It shows you just how likable Dusty Baker is. That I don't feel animosity toward the Astros winning the World Series last year because I was happy for Dusty. I didn't want them to win, but I wasn't angry when they won because I was happy for Dusty. He deserved it. That was like Andy Reid, where he was kept out of the Hall of Fame because of it, and now he won't be. Yeah, 17 Astros are definitely the most hated. Who even comes close? I don't even know who would come close. 2nd and 15. Out route, and that is incomplete. Nice coverage there. Intended for Sternberger, batted down on the play by Noah Dawkins, the linebacker. 3rd and 15. Oh, wait, for the person that said that we're Southern Maryland Blue Crabs fan, you have one of my favorite pitchers on the team, Andre Scrub. He went to my school. Very, very good pitcher. He played in the majors for a bit too with the Astros, Dodgers. He was part of that trade. Got sent to the Astros. I really like Andre Scrub. I think you got a very good pitcher in him. Third and 15. Mago, he goes down. He is seeing ghosts right now in the pocket. He spun on first down for no reason. Tried to spin there. Lost about 10 yards there. Michigan needed a big defensive stand to prevent this game from getting out of hand. And they get it. 4th and 25. Oh, no, the Yankees were very hated, obviously. But they didn't cheat. They didn't cheat. They were not on the level of the Astros in 2017. They didn't cheat their way to a ring. They were just very good. There's a difference. 4th and 26. They're going to punt this ball away with 11 minutes left in the quarter. I don't think they got the snap off. The second time this drive, it's a delay of game penalty. So 4th and 31. Yeah, Astros are kind of universally hated right now. I like Dusty, but I mean it's very easy to hate everything else about the Astros for obvious reasons. So 4th and 31, we'll see if they go for it here on their own 20-yard line on 4th and 31. They're going to punt for the first time today. First punt of the game for the Stallions. They scored on every single drive they had in that first half. Colby Wadman, the punter. Least hated runner-up. Sorry, let me think about that. As that punt is, cameraman, I don't know what that was. But fielded eventually at the 15-yard line to the 20. Stutter step and down at the 24-yard line, Trey Quinn. And that's where Michigan will take over, looking to get anything going. All right, the least hated runner-ups. Let's see. Least hated runner-ups. Braves in 21. Oh, let's go, Pavin Smith, 2-run home run. Braves in 21, I would say no. I think partly because of, not because of the players. I think it was due to outside circumstances the team had nothing to do with. The whole All-Star game moving situation and the whole situation with the name and the chant and everything. Again, things that are completely out of the player's control. From a player's standpoint, completely likable organization. Completely likable. But due to things out of their control, out of the player's control at least, I can't say that they were the least hated champion. Plus, they've won titles before. Least hated runner-ups. All right, let's think. In the NFL, the 08 Cardinals, I think, are the least hated runner-ups. People love Kurt Warner. People love Fitzgerald. That was their first Super Bowl appearance. They had gone through years of suffering. I don't think anyone hated the 08 Cards. If they won, I think everybody would be like, you know what, good for them. Good for them. MLB, least hated runner-up. The 05 Astros have a case. It's funny, the 17 Astros are the most hated champion, but the 05 Astros might be the least hated runner-up. In the NBA, the least hated runner-up. At the time, I mean, people love the Thunder. People love the Thunder when they lost to the Heat. I thought it was going to be a nice little core going forward. Obviously, that didn't happen, but people love the Thunder. And the NHL, the Hurricanes, when they lost the first time, I would say that, probably. I think that sounds about right. Expansion Knights, no. Oh, okay, 08 Rays are a good one. I'd say 08 Rays over the 05 Astros. The Expansion Knights, no, people hated them. Again, not for reasons in their control, but people hated them because it's like, okay, we're a long-suffering franchise. We've done nothing. And this team comes in the first year. We bend the rules for them to make it easier as an expansion team. This team comes in the first year and makes it to the Stanley Cup final. Like, come on. Like, if you were like a Maple Leafs fan, we've waited 50 years to make the Cup, and this team just comes in and makes it year one. Coyotes fan, we've won one series in franchise history, or we won two series, but both in the same season, in franchise history, and this team comes here year one and makes the Cup. Yeah. They were hated for that reason at least. So 1st and 10 for Michigan. Yeah, 08 Rays are a good one though. 08 Rays I would put over the Astros. The 01 Avs were loved. 01 Avs were pretty loved. Gain of 8 on that play, 2nd and 2. Caught by Quinn. I mean, the most loved champion in the NHL. Definitely the 98-99 Stars. There was nothing controversial about that Stanley Cup whatsoever. There was nothing controversial about that cup. Everyone agreed that was a completely legitimate cup with no officiating shenanigans whatsoever. Hand up the middle, gains about 4 yards. Reggie Corbin, 1st down for the Panthers. Again, the last drive that the Panthers had, they got into the red zone. And then the less said about that, the better. Oh, I'll put it that way. What OKC did to Seattle... Okay, that is a good point. That is a good point. People hated the Thunder for that. Player-wise, I think they were pretty low. Honestly, 07 Cavs. 07 Cavs. We're going to do that. 07 Cavs. People were happy for LeBron. They were rooting for them to tackle the juggernaut Spurs. They like Big Z. I think the Cavs. 07 Cavs. Well, 19 Blues were champion. 19 Blues were champion. I already said that the Blues were probably the most loved champion of the bunch, especially with the whole Gloria craze. They were probably the most loved champion of the bunch. I was kidding about the 99 Stars thing. I was kidding about that one. Is JG9 happy with the progress of the D-backs? I mean, we're up 4-3 now. Pavin Smith with a 2-run home run. So, look, Fott went 5 1/3, pitched well. I mean, really should have allowed no runs. The 3 runs he allowed were off a fly ball that really should have been caught. It was a poor defensive play by Fletcher in the outfield. So, that's why I really want Thomas and McCarthy to get the bats going. Because you have Thomas, McCarthy, and Carroll as your outfield. That is a fast, incredibly defensive outfield. He had a 7 on that pass to the running back, Reggie Corbin. 2nd and 3. Pass goes to the sideline. 9:50 left in the 3rd quarter. Again, tomorrow we got both games live streaming for the USFL. We got Jersey, Houston. We got the Philly game against New Orleans. We got everything. We got a quadruple header this week. Doing all 4 USFL games how the XFL season is done with. 2nd and 2. Ball at the 43-yard line. Handoff. Takes it to the side. It's Corbin. Corbin at the 45. Corbin at the 50. Corbin into Birmingham territory at the 48-yard line. Gets about 9 yards on that run. Good enough for a Michigan 1st down. Keeping the drive moving. 06 Oilers with a bunch of no-name dudes. Yeah, but people hate the Oilers because of the dynasty they had with Gretzky and whatnot. I feel like it's got to be a team that has never won anything. It's got to be a team for least hated runner-up that has never won, that's like their 1st or 2nd time in the finals, where it's like, you know what, good for them. They finally made it. Like, people still hate the Oilers because of that. Out route that is caught. 8-yard play. So, Trey Quinn on that grab. They're keeping it nice and simple on these passes, and Love is capitalizing on them. 12 for 20, 155. Down to the 40-yard line. 2nd and 2. You figure 4 down territory here, unless you lose yardage. Most hated NFL team, every Pats team, Super Bowl 36 through 53. What was so hated about the Pats? Besides everything. I mean, to be fair, people love the Pats in 36. Honestly, the Patriots might be the answer. Besides, if you can't say the 99 Rams, as that's a handoff for a gain of 6. It's funny now to think about it. But if we can't say the 99 Rams, the 01 Pats might have been the most loved Super Bowl champion. They really might have been. You had a team that never won it before, a guy from Michigan, a 6th-round pick coming off the bench. Yeah, Buck says how it's with Suns. Yeah, but the Suns were not well liked because it's very easy to hate Chris Paul. It's very easy if you're not a fan to hate Chris Paul. Gain a 3 on the play, 2nd and 7. I mean, now the Suns are like hated. Which is funny because people felt sorry for the Suns like 5 years ago, and now they're like hated. But same thing happened with the Warriors. I mean, I felt sorry for the Warriors for 91 to 2014. They won 2 playoff series. They did nothing. They were a laughingstock. And now no one feels sympathy for them. They had what everyone dreams of having. 2nd and 7. Handoff goes to Scott. Gets across the 30, but not much else. 3rd and 5. 6:50 left in this third quarter of action. Who wins the West, Lakers or Nuggets? I got the Nuggets. Look, they're just an unstoppable force. The Nuggets are the best team in the NBA. And they've shown it all season. And I think now we're starting to realize Jokic not winning MVP was a massive mistake. A massive mistake. And I don't think the voters will ever make that mistake again. 3rd and 5. Ball at the 29. Swing route. That's a beautiful play. And it is caught for the first down. It is Reggie Corbin. That was a swing route that was the first read. Love knew he had it. Led his guy perfectly. Gain of 8 on the play. And just like that, Michigan is just outside the red zone. '19 Nats, yeah, they're up there. They're definitely up there. 2019 Nats are definitely up there for most loved champions. It might be a better answer than the Cubs, but holding on the play, so this is going to come back, but Love fires to the end zone. It's caught. As things stand, it's a touchdown. As things stand, it's Cole Hidekini, but it looked like there was holding on the play. It came in the backfield, so it looks like this is coming back. And as things stand, it's a 22-yard touchdown by Cole Hidekini, but it looks like this is coming back, so hang on just a second, folks. This flag was thrown in the area of holding. It is hands to the face, but it is still on Michigan nonetheless. So the touchdown does not count. Back him up 10 yards to the 32-yard line. Yep, that is absolutely the right call. It's on number 64, Joshua Dunlop. He got a face mask. He got a hold of DeAndre Tillman's face mask. It's the right call. Wipes the touchdown off the board. No need for it, too. He was in the motion of throwing. No need for it. But he does wipe a critical touchdown off the board. Would have been Michigan's first touchdown in quite some time. And instead brings up 1st and 20. You're going to try to get some of his yardage back on a handoff. Across the 30 to the 25. He's going to get more. Hurdles. 20 down to the 18-yard line. Nice run by Stevie Scott. Pick up a 14 yards on the play. Nice little hurdle. Nice little sidestep. Nice moves there by Stevie Scott. They've been using that combo of Scott and Corbin today in the backfield, alternating between the two. It's worked out on this drive. Corbin had the swing pass. Scott's got that run. And nice little hurl over, I believe, I want to say it was Donnie Lewis. I want to say he hurled over. Maybe Nate Brooks. By the way, 2nd and 6. Handoff once again goes to Scott. And nice job by Scott to pick up 5 yards. So it was 1st and 20. It was not looking good. But they got 19 of those yards back. They got it into 4-down territory range at least. 4:57 left. It's a long drive. You got to come over with some points here on this drive because this is a long drive. 3rd and 1. QB keeper. Needed a yard. Got 3. Love to the 10. 1st down. '19 Nats for the next 05 White Sox. We will sort of forget they won. I think, yeah, because of the way that the Nats collapsed afterwards and just had a fire sale rebuilt and everything. I think part of it won't be forgotten because it was like, okay, this team won 4 games on the road against a team that was cheating. I think for that, it won't be forgotten, but we'll see. The D-backs are taking Nelson. Are they putting Adams in? Are they putting Adams in his debut? All right, going over the middle. It's caught into the end zone. Cole Hidekini. Josh Love. You got to love it. And Michigan got a touchdown off the board to Cole. That time, it doesn't matter because they just get it right back. It is a 10-yard touchdown pass, and just like that, it is a one-possession game. Josh Love, Cole Hidekini. Over the middle of the field, it was one-on-one with the cornerback, one-on-one with Donnie Lewis, and a mismatch there. Cole took advantage of it. Nice move, nice cut. No safety help. Extra point attempt coming by Cole Murphy. Kick is up. It is right down Broadway. And with 4:05 left in the third quarter, Michigan has finally scored a touchdown. It is a 3-point game. They needed something there after a lethargic first half. They got it. A perfect start to the third quarter for Michigan. They force they don't force a 3-and-out, but they do get a quick stop with Birmingham. They do force Mago to get sacked twice. Michigan drives down the field, a lengthy drive, and Michigan is right back in this game. Most loved champions, $21. I mean, I'm biased as a Suns fan, but look, I think Giannis's free throw antics, I think that alone. I mean, they were loved. Don't get me wrong, they were loved, but they won before. Granted, it had been a long time. It had been half a century, so I get it. But I would say the Mavericks are more loved than 2011. Way more loved. And yeah, there's Austin Adams, his first major league outing. So we'll see how it goes. One more game. Interesting spot to bring him in, but we'll see. Lakers are 25 tonight. LeBron hurt game time decision. I mean, I think the Nuggets win. I don't think it's because Bron is a game time decision. He's going to play. Bron's going to play. 97 Broncos because Elway. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. I mean, it's a good pick, especially because the Packers were building something and Favre was not likable to some extent. Again, don't sue me if you're watching this. But I think the 99 Rams have the win. 99 Rams have the win. I keep forgetting the Sens made it in 07, yeah. Is Joel Embiid the most fraudulent MVP of all time? I mean, he had a good season. It's just, you look at the postseason numbers, and it just completely collapsed. I think knowing what we know now, yes. Knowing what we know now, yes. Nuggets versus Heat, I mean, I'll still take the Nuggets. I'll take the Nuggets. I think they're just a completely well-balanced team. No one can stop Jokic. No one can stop him. 05 Thrashers, 94 Expos. A lot of the most loved champs factor in who they beat. That is true. That's the other thing with the Cubs, is that they beat a team that had not won in 70 years. So I would have been happy for the Guardians if they won too. Like, if the Cubs beat the Yankees, it's not even a debate. Cubs-Yankees. If that happened in 2016, they're the most loved champions ever. They took down Goliath. Like, if the Mariners play the Dodgers in the World Series this year, Mariners win, most loved champion ever. Mariners play the Rockies, different story. So you do bring up a very good point with that, Cujo. You do bring up a very good point with that. 0-1 Diamondbacks have won for the specific circumstances. Yeah, they could argue the same thing with expansion team. But beating the Yankees, yeah, absolutely. And beating Mariano Rivera on a walk-off in Game 7. I think that's the one part that kind of stinks about the D-backs versus the Jags, in some extent, being a fan of both those teams. Birmingham's going to sprawl the 32-yard line after the kickoff. Is that with the Jaguars, I've not seen the greatest plays in team history. I've not seen those yet. Still waiting on those. But I've seen like some great moments, obviously, like 27-0, the Titans, AFC South win. Like, I've seen great plays, but I know I've not seen the biggest play in Jags history or the biggest game in Jags history. There will never be another game in D-backs history, as long as they play, that will ever be bigger than Game 7 of 2001. There will never be another hit, another play bigger than the walk-off in Game 7. And obviously, I was not a fan at the time, because I only became a fan once I moved to Arizona. I mean, I'm a Cardinals and D-backs fan, but I only became a fan of the D-backs once I moved to Arizona. And even if I lived in Arizona my whole life, I wouldn't have been a fan because I would have been 4 years old. So I wouldn't have remembered a single thing. Was 2016 the best World Series ever? Oh, absolutely not. Game 7 was great. Games 1 through 6 were not that good. 2011, I mean, I'm biased as a Cardinals fan, but 2011 was phenomenal. 86 was also great, but I would say 2011 has my pick for the greatest World Series ever, although Game 7 was a letdown. Not as a Cardinals fan, but it was a letdown. I would say 86. 2016 Game 7, the circumstances and Game 7 were incredible. Games 1 through 6 were not that good. Let's just call it for what it is. It's the same thing with the NBA Finals. 2016 NBA Finals, Games 1 through 6 were awful. It was a terrible 7-game series. And then Game 7 happened, which was one of the greatest games ever played. But I had more fun watching the 2015 NBA Finals than I did the 2016. 2015, the games were phenomenal. 2016, not so much. 07 Giants, best world champion ever. 1960s World Series, that's a good choice for the best World Series ever. You could argue that. You could argue 97 also, although I don't think the TV networks would agree. 86, I would also It's tough to go against 86. But as a Cardinals fan, I'm going to say 2011. Need to collab with Clickbase Sports. I would love that. Look, I'm friends with a lot of the guys. I'm friends with Trey. I'm friends with 5 Point. I've been on Grossi's show a few times. Friends with Perna. If they ever want to have me on, by all means, I'm 100% on board. I'm 100% on board to do something with them. I love those guys. Love those guys. And guys like Trey in particular, huge inspiration to me. I would not be doing what I do without Trey. I would not be doing what I do without Trey. And 5 Point is just a huge, we help each other out with a lot of stuff. Like we just bounce ideas off each other and talk about YouTube stuff and copyright and everything. And he sent me with some people, and like he sent me with his agency for sponsorship deals and whatnot, which is incredible to think about. So yeah, I got nothing but love for those guys at Clickbait. Mago slides. Did he slide before the sticks? It's gonna be a good game regardless for Mago. Did he get the first down? Did he slide before the sticks? I guess we'll find out after they do this interview with Love on the sideline. I'm going to guess he got the first down, but we'll see. Your 97 best World Series, I can't really, if you're a Marlins fan and 97, I mean, walk-off hit, I can't really argue against that. I can't really argue with 97. They are saying he did get the first down at the 43-yard line. Mago has been a pain in the butt for Michigan. They've not been able to stop him. Play action screen pass. That ball is caught and down at the 46-yard line. So 2 plays and they are already in Michigan territory. If Clickbait ever wants to do anything, I am totally on board. I do want to have like some sort of show. Like almost like GPS. I do want to have a show this season. I just need to find a good co-host. I've got some people in mind, but I want to have something like that. If I'm not already stretched too thin already, because I just love to work. Handoff up the middle, down to the 38-yard line. Give it to C.J. Marable. Gain of 8, 2nd and 2. So already in field goal range. Might be 4 down territory here, though, depending on if you lose any yards. If the Nuggets win this year, would they be the most loved? Depends who they beat. I think the Mavs beating, as Mago keeps himself on the RPO, gets back to the line, but not much else. 3rd and 2. I think the Mavs being the Lakers, or Mavs being LeBron, I don't know why I said Lakers. Mavs being LeBron, they were loved at the time because of that. The Celtics and Heat are not really hateable in that same way as the Heat were back in the 2010-11 season. So I would say no. They'd be up there. But I would say no. And again, I'm saying this as a Suns fan that despises the Mavericks, that hates them with all my guts. As that handoff up the middle goes to Marable, pick up a 7 rather, gets the first down. And I'm saying the Nuggets would not be more loved. '91 World Series was the greatest wrong team. With 91, you got a very good case for 91. I have no problem saying 91. It's my favorite stream chat. Thank you so much. Really means a lot. I love seeing him stream, Barbara. I love seeing him stream every week. 38 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Handoff goes up the middle. Once again goes to Marable. Down to the 26-yard line. Gain of 5. They are just running down Michigan's throat right now. 45 seconds left in the quarter. Birmingham having a great game on the ground so far. Between Mago, between Marable, White's been good in the passing game, but he's only got 1 carry today. 105 yards rushing on 7 yards per carry. You're going to win a lot of games playing efficient football like that on the ground. 30 seconds left in this quarter. This is probably going to be the final play of the quarter. 2nd and 5. 3 wide on the far side. No one on the near side. Handoff up the middle. Goes to Marable. Marable breaks the tackle. Marable at the 20. Stiff arm. Still on his feet. Down at the 15-yard line. Eventually brought down the play by Corian Ballard. But not before he picked up 11 yards, broke a few tackles, and got the first down into the red zone. 15 minutes left in this one. A very quick-moving 3rd quarter of action. One drive for each team in Birmingham in the middle of its second drive. 15 minutes left to decide this one. Birmingham looking to answer with a touchdown of their own to make it a 2-possession contest after the commercial break. To each running back from each team over 40 yards. Let's see the stats. Marable's got 48. Mago's got 64. Scott's got 51. Corbin's got 17. Corbin's only got 2.8 yards per carry. It doesn't feel that way. I don't know why it doesn't feel that way. He feels like he's playing a lot better than averaging just 2.8 yards per carry. Run game has been pretty good. Run game has been pretty good for both these teams. Stallions, though, are just running it down their throats right now. NBA Finals, I think it's going to be Nuggets Heat. Yeah, I think so, too. I think the adjustments that Spoelstra has made, I think you're seeing that veteran versus first-year head coach, and I think you're seeing that on display. If the Finals is Nuggets Heat, TV ratings, they're not going to be good. They won't be good. I'm guessing about 2 million on average lower than last year. That'd be my guess. And I will root for the Nuggets, whoever they play. I have nothing against the Nuggets. I want to make that very clear. I have nothing against the Nuggets whatsoever. They beat the Suns fair and square. They were the better team. And I got mad respect for Jokic and that team. They play like the way the Suns did in 2021 and like the Spurs did back in the heyday of Popovich. They make the extra pass. Their ball movement is just so much fun to watch. I have nothing but love for the Nuggets. And the D-backs game just now, Corbin Carroll just stole a base, and by the time the throw was even at the mound, Carroll is so fast, he was already on the base. That's one of the greatest stolen bases I've seen. He's so fast. Literally, by the time the throw was past the pitcher, Carroll was already safely into second. D-backs are 4-3, top of the 8th right now. This would be a big win, especially after last night. The 2016 World Series was incredible. I'm biased toward 2019 with the context of 2016. Yeah, I think 2016 was because the Cubs won, breaking the drought, 108 years, and because of Game 7. But Games 1 through 6 were not good. 2011 Rangers, least hated runner-up. I mean, they made the World Series back-to-back years, so maybe not. I think people felt bad for them. I think they were hated in the sense that the Falcons were hated after Super Bowl 51. Like, you had a chance to throw on the Giants, and the Giants, and he couldn't do it. By Giants, I don't mean San Francisco Giants or 20. I mean, like, the Giants of baseball. Or, like, Falcons, you had a chance to throw in the Patriots, the Giants of football, and you couldn't do it. I think least hated. 08 Rays are a good one. Did anyone hate the 07 Rockies? Did anyone hate Rocktober? I mean, Rocktober was a blast. Did anyone hate Rocktober? I mean, that World Series was terrible, but did anyone hate the Rockies after 07? I don't think anyone hated them. Greatest Stanley Cup final ever. Ooh. Man. Greatest Stanley Cup final ever. That's a tough one. I'd probably say 94. First and 10. Mago going to keep it. He's at the 10. Mago at the 5. Mago gets the first down at the 4-yard line. Mago has over 80 yards rushing today already. That's first and goal. Amazingly enough, this is the first goal-to-go situation of the entire game. I think this is the first goal-to-go situation of the entire day. Because the touchdowns that came in the Memphis game were a 39-yarder to Papale and the kick 6. The touchdowns here today were long touchdowns, relatively speaking. I think this is the first goal-to-go situation. This is the first time I typed NGL for the entire game. I really believe it. Handoff up the middle to Marable, gets 1 yard. Feels absolutely bizarre to say. But correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that really is the first goal-to-go situation in the entire day in the USFL. Will Barry McCockner do a face reveal? He's done. He's done one before. He's done a face reveal. He's shown his face on Twitter a few times before quickly deleting it. He's actually really handsome. There's like you can see like his face reveal. He's actually like a surprisingly good looking dude, which is insane. Mago, QB keeper, and this time a great open field tackle was an RPO. And Michigan is all over that, trying to get the corner, and it is Sean Mahone who says not so fast. 3rd and goal. The most forgotten champions. You're looking at teams that fell off the face of the earth right after. They did nothing before, did nothing after. Most forgotten champions. 05 White Sox, and they played in boring championships. Man, I don't think the 05 World Series was boring. I just think, the games were great. It was a sweep. It was the most competitive sweep ever. If you're going to have a sweep, that's the way to do it. 3rd and goal. Mago fires a jump pass, swing route. It is caught. It is caught. Touchdown. Marable. Touchdown. Birmingham. Alex Mago, his 2nd touchdown pass of the game. Jump throw on the swing pass. Birmingham needed some points after Michigan scored a touchdown, and Birmingham says, no problem, we can answer just like that. Alex Mago, MVP candidate this season, and he shows why on that play. First pass of the entire drive past the line of scrimmage, if I'm not mistaken. Everything was runs and screens, and that time Mago jumped. Felt the pressure. Poor footwork, it doesn't matter though. Marable had the swing route. Had Dawkins guessing. Big extra point here to make it a 2-possession game because, again, the 3-point conversion does exist in the USFL. This kick is up, and it is right down the middle by Brandon Aubrey. So 20-10 ball game. It's back to a 10-point contest. Again, if this is a 1-possession game, questions have to be asked about that final play of the first half, which could be the difference when all is said and done. 13:05 left. Birmingham has scored on all but one drive today. 5 drives, 2 field goals, 2 touchdowns, just 1 punt. And that is why they're up 20-10. Looking to improve to 4-2 on the season and get a hold of one of the top 2 seeds in the South. Michigan, they win this game, they go to first place in the North. They lose this game, they might be in some trouble. Arsenal lost again. Oh, massive bottle job. We all saw it coming a mile away. Credit to Nottingham, though. They signed all those guys. It looked very dicey. It actually worked out. Credit to Nottingham. I am shocked that they're staying up. I just want to look at the table with 1 game to go. So Southampton's automatically relegated. Leicester's going down, which is crazy to me. It's between Leeds and... I think Everton's got enough to stay up for another season, which is... Let's see, if they only lost 1, they lost 4. A past EPL champion. It hasn't happened since Blackburn. It's been a while. Stan Kroenke doesn't deserve another championship. He's the only thing holding Lucas back. That is true, but I feel for the people of Denver. They never made the finals before, so I feel for them. But the most forgotten champions, said MLB with the White Sox, said NFL. The Rams might be up there soon. Other forgotten champions, NBA. Anything during the tape delay days? Kind of forgotten. NHL. Maybe the Canes in 06, maybe? I don't know. Surprised that San Francisco hosting Super Bowl 60. So am I. I didn't think they'd get another one because there have been complaints about that stadium. The last Super Bowl apparently had some issues, and I'm a bit surprised that they're going to an open-air stadium that's going to be 15 years old. That's not in a warm weather city, so to speak. I'm a bit surprised by that. Kickoff is fielded by Michigan at the 5, taking to the 25, to the 30. Corbin down to the 35-yard line, so that's where Michigan will take over. Needing points here badly, down by 2 possessions. Just as they were getting back into this game, Birmingham answered with a long touchdown drive of their own. The period from 01 to 04 was a great time for October baseball. Oh, absolutely. We had it good. 01, World Series, obviously. 02, Giants Angels. 03, the championship series were phenomenal. That was probably the best series of ALCS, NLCS ever. Yankees, Sox, and Cubs, Marlins. That's a pretty good World Series. In 04, obviously the series was a dud, but as that run is bottled up by Stevie Scott in the backfield, loss of 6. The second and 16. But obviously the ALCS with the insane comeback and the Red Sox erasing a 3-0 deficit. We had it good. We really had it good. You had one base runner sick by line of Smith. That was all that cost. So all that came down to. This is true. Nobody does like the Red Sox. Speaking of which, D-backs play the Red Sox next week. I'm going to those games. I'm not looking forward to that. As that is a swing pass, and that goes to the line stretch, but that is it. So good defensive stop so far for Birmingham. Can they get one more play? 3rd and 15. Just not looking forward to Boston fans being around me and whatnot. Speaking of D-backs, Christian Walker just caught a pop fly. So 1 inning left. D-backs leading 4-3. All right. Fingers crossed. 3rd and 15. Well, the 31-yard line. Love. There's pressure. He gets hit on the play, and no one even close. He took a beating. They sent 6 or 7 on that one. The closest Stallion was Tyree Robinson. I can't even tell you who the closest receiver was. That's how big of a hit it was. Birmingham sent 4, combo blitz, and then sent even some more guys, confused everyone on the play. Quinn Poling with the hit. He's been all over the place today. And the last thing Michigan needed, needing points, needing to give their defense a breather after a long drive where they were on the field for a while, a 3-and-out. World Series 2015. Yeah, but 2015, I mean, they made the World Series in 2014, so it didn't come out of nowhere. So, I'm not sure. They did collapse right after. You do have an injured Stallion on the play. It was Dondre Tillman. Oh, 09 final was great, too. 09 final was great, too. 80, yeah. I'm a Lakers fan, but also a Jokic fan. Fellow Serb, that makes a ton of sense, then. That makes a ton of sense. Jokic is really likable. He's a really likable guy. I got nothing against the guy. And it's funny because he was on like my most hated players when the whole incident with Matashiba happened. As punter goes down, we'll see if anything gets called here. As things stand, that ball is going to be down at the 27-yard line. Is there any running or roughing penalty? Does not look like it. So Birmingham's going to get this ball at their own 27-yard line. But it's funny because my angle, I was in the stands, so I didn't see any replays. I didn't see anything up close. I was in the last row of Footprint Center, way away from the play. So I thought he pushed a random fan. Like two-hand shove, pushed a random fan. Only at halftime, when I checked my phone on Twitter and saw the replays, did I realize that was the owner, and that was a complete flop. And at that point, I was just laughing hysterically. I'm like, oh, come on. Like, okay, I don't hate you anymore. I hate you because you're good. I don't like you because you're a good player, but I don't, hate you anymore. Michigan sports must be cursed. Yeah, I'd say so. They've had their moments, but the curse of Bobby Lane apparently ran not just through Detroit, but through all of Michigan sports. Yeah, Royals-Mets was a forgotten really good series. All the games were good. It's very similar to 05. All the games were good, just the end result was an underwhelming series. The Mets making the World Series is almost a forgotten team. Because you think of the Mets, you think, okay, they're just losers, and under Wilpon they did nothing, and mid-2000s and 2010s it was just nothing but chokes and terribleness. And they made more World Series in the 2010s than the Yankees did. Explain that one to me. The Yankees are the best record in baseball across that 10-year period. The Mets were a joke most of that time, and the Mets made the World Series more often in the 2010s than the Yankees did. Marlins won 1-0. Good for them. Good for them. Will the Grizzlies trade Ja? No. Why trade him now? His value's at his lowest point. Sell low? No, you never do that. I'm watching. You're at Ford Field watching this game live and watching you live too. Watching the Panthers is frustrating. Kind of reminds me of the Lions. Yeah. I'm guessing. I have to know at Ford Field because I'm watching this with no audio. Also, they're at the game supporting the USFL and whatnot. What was the crowd reaction during the Love play at the end of the first half? Because if you want to watch a replay after when you get back from the game, you want to watch a replay of my reaction, which I'm assuming would be at around the hour 10 mark. I mean, you can see the score bug on there, so you can follow it there. But around the hour 10 mark of this stream, when Love did whatever the heck he did at the end of the first half, what was the reaction at Ford Field? Because I'm assuming it was just a chorus of boos and just confusion. And if that was an NFL game, packed stadium and whatnot, I can't even imagine what it would have been like. That was one of the biggest blunders I've ever seen. Happy to help bury the Giants and the Saints for you. It's greatly appreciated. Anyone that beats an NL West team is my friend. Except for the Rockies. I got nothing against the Rockies. I feel bad for them. Everyone else, yeah, you can bury him. 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle to Zaquandre. He fumbles the ball. There was a flag on the play. Came in the backfield. So it looks like the area of holding. Michigan indicates they have it. Okay, we'll see what the flag is. It came in the area of holding. It came from the back judge. Michigan indicating that they have it. I've not seen a Birmingham player indicate anything. This looks like a Michigan ball, and it is. We'll see what the flag is. Zaquandre White with the fumble. This should be a huge play. They get some great field position here. We'll see what the flag is. It came in the backfield. It is holding on the offense. The penalty is declined. And just like that, Michigan gets a defensive stop. One play is all it took. Forced fumble, it looked like, from what I could tell, it was Frank Ginda who forced the fumble there. Number 5, Zaquandre White. Remember, they went with Marable a ton on that last drive. This time they go with White, and he fumbles the ball. Clear fumble, ball is clearly out. It's recovered on the play, I believe, by Breland Speaks. He was on it. There was another guy in on it. A whole pile of Panthers up there. Either way, it is Michigan ball with 11:19 left in this ball game at the 27-yard line. A big break there as Michigan is already in field goal range to try and make it a one-possession game and try to claw their way back into it. First down, Love. Fires, slam route, over the middle, it's caught. 20, 15, down at the 11-yard line. It is Trey Quinn. Gain of 16 and good for a first down. Trey Quinn has been the number 1 receiver on the Panthers so far today. 7 catches, 108 yards, 18 completions for Love, and 7 of them have gone to Quinn. He's got about 40%. At the 11-yard line, 1st and 10. Handoff. Spin move to get out of it. Good play by Corbin to get back to the line of scrimmage, but not much else. Bottled up there. Looked like it was number 96, Willie Henry, on the stop. So no gain there. 2nd and 10. For those just joining us, Michigan down 20-10. They have this great field position because of a fumble by Zaquandre White on the last play. High scoring game in week 1 was 23-20. Oh man, underbettors had a field day. I usually bet the under. I would have made bank on that one. 2nd down. Love steps from the pocket. He's going to try and run for it. 10 down at the 8-yard line. Nice open field tackle there on the play. Courtesy of the man of the hour for the Stallions today, Quinton Polling. He's been phenomenal at linebacker. He's making a ton of open field tackles. He is all over the ball and gets Love there. So 3rd and 7, ball at the 8-yard line. Considering the awful field position that Birmingham's defense was put in, if you get a stop here and hold them to 3, that is a win for your defense. Easily. That is a big win for your defense if you can do that. 3rd and 7. They only break the huddle with 7 seconds left. Are they going to get this off? 2 seconds. 1, 0. They didn't get it off. They did not get that off. That is delay of game. I'm shocked that no one on the coaching staff realized that. They didn't break the huddle. Okay, they're going to call false start, not delay of game, but it would have been the same thing. Either way, just pick a penalty at that point. I'm shocked. Horton's had a bad game coaching today. Mike Nolan, rather, has had a very bad game coaching. I don't know why I said Horton. I was thinking the last game. I don't know why. Brain is fried after 6 hours of streaming and 2 hours of sleep. But How did no one realize that the play clock was running down? They didn't break the huddle until there was 7 seconds left. That's too big of a play. 3rd and medium, now it's 3rd and long. That could be the game right there. That could cost you a ton of points. 3rd and 12, Love. Miscommunication. There's a blitzer up the middle. Fires, end zone, oh, it's dropped. Almost intercepted. I don't know what Love was doing, throwing off his back foot, backpedaling. Almost picked off by Brian Allen. Just a huge miscommunication there. Birmingham set a blitz. It was Pauling once again, missed the sack. No one covered him. The interior line just completely broke down. And then Love, instead of throwing it away, fired into the end zone. And Allen almost had the interception. Probably should have had the interception. Love is playing like he hasn't slept since Wednesday. In the red zone, he's been fine today, except in the red zone. In the red zone, he just lays an egg. But everything from the 20 to the 20 has been okay. Love's been okay from the 20 to the 20. It's once he gets in the red zone that it's bad. The kick, though, by Murphy, it's a chip shot, and it is good, 20 to 13. A nice hold by Birmingham's defense, considering the field position that their defense started after the Zaquandre White fumble. Jordan Love. Didn't look like rookie Jordan Love on that one. So, big stop by Birmingham. Really, this has been a game of missed opportunities for Michigan. When you think about it, had 3rd and 7 in a very good field position after the White fumble. They only get 3 points out of it. And they don't take a timeout on the delay of game penalty. Even though it was very obvious they were not going to get that playoff in time. The whole fiasco at the end of the first half. A ton of missed opportunities for the Panthers today. And that is why things are the way they are, with the Stallions leading 20 to 13. I'm just glad this game isn't pretty close. Yeah, it's a lot better than the last game. Last game, let's be honest, Pittsburgh, their offense was lethargic. Memphis' offense was also very lethargic. Very lethargic. It was not a good offensive showing for them. The excitement came on the kick six. The excitement on the kick six, that was worth it. And you guys made it worth it. But, I mean, that game was not good. This game has been pretty competitive. This game has been very, very competitive. Very, very close game. Speaking of close games, Orioles, Blue Jays, I have on one of my monitors. It's top of the 10th in that, 1-5-5. D-backs, Pirates going into the bottom of the 9th now. D-backs up 4-3. I am nervous for that one. Close games are best to watch except when your team is playing. It's nerve-wracking. Yeah, that's why I love this. I don't have a favorite team. That's why XFL and USFL streams are so much fun. It's also the same reason I will not do a Jaguars stream. Because my streams for the Jaguars would they would not be good. I don't want to do them. First off, they would not be good. Second off, it'd just be silence. I would not be doing this. I would not be talking in the chat. It would just be nothing but silence. Nothing but silence. Bills with the Giants on TNT 96. Yeah, that was that game. That was an overtime game, right? I know that the Bills came back in that one. Did they go into overtime? I know that the Bills came back in that one because the first half was all Giants, and then that was at the Meadowlands too. Right, let me look that. I believe that was a pretty good game too. I believe that was the comeback by the Bills. Greatest comeback in Bills history. Yeah, that was an overtime game. The Giants were up 17-0. Yeah, and the Bills came back. Yeah. And it was an overtime game. Steve Christie, 34. Yeah. There we go. That's what I thought. How my brain remembers that and doesn't remember other things, I don't know. I don't get how my brain remembers a random game from 96 and everything that happened and it went to overtime and erased the deficit. I don't know how it remembers that and not randoms and not other actual stuff. Like I was blanking on players in the last stream, like that were like Hall of Famers that were played for the wrong team. How I'm blanking on that. I remember that game from 96. I don't know how. I wasn't even alive for that game. Fielded at the 17-yard line, the 30, to 35. He's got some space to the 40, down at the 42-yard line. Kickoff return there by C.J. Marable. And we'll see how they use Marable and White on this drive. The last drive ended with a fumble. Nats beat the Tigers. Final score 5-2. Corbin got his 1,500th K. Good for him. You know, he's been a punching bag lately, and for good reason, but good for him. Good for him. He's playing better lately than he was last year. Granted, it's a low bar. It's a very low bar. As a little kid, the NFL and TNT intro used to scare me because of the video screen exploding. Well, the Monday Night Football intro did that. That felt like a common thing in the 90s. Every intro was just, let's have explosions. Explosions and sci-fi and robots and everything. Handoff gets 8 yards, 2nd and 2. And that time they do go to Marable. They do go to Marable. Aaron Hicks a cup of the Yankees? Talk about a disappointment. Talk about a disappointment. I think we all expected him to be a lot better than what he actually was. And how good his career started. Talk about a disappointment. 2nd and 1. And the news just broke a few hours ago. Did not see that coming whatsoever. Handoff up the middle. Goes to Marable, and they are ready for it. Saba with the hit behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1 on the play. Warren Saba, the safety, comes up into the box. 3rd and 2. You know what? It's real. It's legit. I just looked it up. It's that. Al Michaels always can sing a safety. I mean, half the time he's can sing a safety, the other time he's sleeping. He's asleep at the wheel. All right, Castor's in the game for the D-backs, so hopefully that's a good thing, because Castor can pitch. 3rd and 1. Ball at the 49-yard line. Maybe 4-down territory here. Handoff. Mago. He's got room. He's got room. Marable's got room with the 35 to the 30 to the 25 down at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 25 yards for C.J. Marable. Slicing and dicing this Michigan defense apart today. And good enough for a 1st down, and most importantly, gets them into field goal range to make it a 2-possession game as long as things go according to plan that way. So you don't lose yards here. C.J. Marable, have yourself a day. 14 carries, 83 yards. The Stallions, 163 yards rushing, over 7 yards per carry. And that's why they're winning this ballgame. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Handoff, up the middle, goes to Marable, gain of 2 yards. Al Michaels and his prime Dan Deerhorf and the late Frank Gifford were the first Monday team. I mean, that's a good team. That's a good team to listen to. My first Monday Night Football team was Tony Kornheiser. So, the first time I really watched Monday Night Football was Tony Kornheiser. So, that tells you everything about how what my experience was. Some people yearn for the good old days, nostalgia and whatnot, and some people not so much. 2nd and 8. Mago fires, curl route wide open, short of the 6, but a gain of 7. Eventually thrown down on the play by Levante Taylor. Catch there made. Looked like, actually couldn't tell who it was who made that catch. My apologies. I think it was Marable. I think it was Marable. If it's why I was confused, it looked like a wide receiver instead of it's running back. Oh, good. Castro's already thrown 3 balls. It's 3. Counts 3-0 already. All right. 3rd and 1. 5 minutes left in this contest. They got to get this play off. 2 seconds on the play clock. 1 on the play clock. Mago, option play. Pitches it to the running back. Gets the 1st down. Need a yard. He got 2. And it is White. And that's a late push afterwards. Are they going to throw a flag on that? White's still talking. White needs to calm down. White needs to calm down. That was a completely clean play, too. I don't know what he's angry about. He needs to calm down. A rough second half for him. He had the fumble. Almost got called for unsportsmanlike conduct for a late hit afterwards. That was completely clean, too. There was nothing malicious about that. Ballard and White getting in it. Either way, it is a 1st down. I think Kornheiser was much better than Dennis Miller, though. I mean, to be fair, Dennis Miller didn't talk football. So, at least Kornheiser was trying. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Miller just didn't work out. It was an experiment that didn't work out. 1st and 10 at the 14. Handoff goes to Marable. Marable at the 10. At the very least, with this long drive that is now under 4 minutes, Birmingham should be able to make it a 2-possession game and put this one not out of reach necessarily, but make it very, very tough for Michigan to win this one. Birmingham's getting away with a lot of missed calls. This game rigged or something. I mean, that call was bad. The fact they didn't call anything afterwards, I mean, that was a blatant push afterwards. I'm shocked they didn't call that. All right, Kester just walked the leadoff batter. That's awesome. 2nd and 6. Handoff. Keeps it. Fools everyone. To the 10, to the 5. Mago! What do you know? It's Alex Mago with the touchdown. A long touchdown drive at Birmingham. And Alex Mago might have put this game on ice with 3:27 left. 2 passing touchdowns. 1 rushing touchdown. Mago cannot be stopped. 84 rushing yards for Mago to go along with 135 passing yards and 80% completion percentage. And that might be all she wrote. No, Tony Corners on PTI is great. He's phenomenal on PTI. I love that show growing up. PTI was, it still is a phenomenal show. PTI changed the sports landscape forever. The Orioles did take the lead. It was a controversial play. Throw into the baseline. Throw to home plate that never reached the catcher because of that, but it's 6-5 now, bottom of the 10th. Bob Greasy, announcer. Yeah, I have some stories on Greasy that I will reveal on JG8 at some point. Some very controversial stories that you might know about. Yeah, Panthers, they're rough. They're rough. Birmingham is probably the best team in the USFL. Skip Holtz is a phenomenal head coach. He's a phenomenal head coach. But the run defense has got nothing going. The offense is poor. Yeah, Michigan is not exactly a good team. Then again, we've seen season's not over. Let's go. Sounds going to sing. $50 in a minute. You were a good caster. Thank you so much, Richard. Thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Oh man, that is awesome. Thank you so much, Richard. And if you want to send any message, by all means, I will say whatever message you want me to say for that. If you send me the money, thank you so much. Thank you. Glad I could entertain you. Glad I could make your day. Glad I could entertain you on the stream. It's been a fun one. This has been a fun one. Been a fun game. A very fun game. But again, like I was saying with Michigan, look at the Arlington Renegades. No one gave them a chance whatsoever at winning the XFL championship. And look at where they were. Michigan's still right in it. Michigan is still right in the thick of things. Yeah, if they lose this game, they drop to 2-4, but the top 2 teams in the division make it regardless. So, Pittsburgh lost. Jersey and Philly played tomorrow, but they're both 2-3. The South Division is brutal. The North Division, not so much. It's almost the inverse of the XFL, where the South Division was terrible and the North Division was really, really good. I, for Birmingham, love to see the Stallions back. Never got to see them in the 80s. Yeah, Birmingham is a great market for alternate football. We saw it in the AAF, seen it with the support they've gotten in the USFL. The Stallions, they're led by a great head coach. Skip Holtz is really, really good. Hey, again, thank you so much, Richard. Thank you so much. So we got 3:27 left. The Stallions lead by 14 points. It's not over yet. Not over yet. Michigan, they got a touchdown drive again, 4th and 12 in this league. You don't have to do an onside kick. 4th and 15 is enough. Or not 4th and 15, like the XFL 4th and 12. Orioles, for those wondering, just got a strikeout. Final score there. Baltimore 6, Toronto 5. That's all she wrote in that one. You had Stallions -6 for $2,000. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, we had a similar incident like a few months ago with a guy who was watching an XFL stream and had money on the game and then won a ton of money and just donated a ton afterwards. He was so happy. All right, I have a rooting interest now. I am a completely unbiased person, but you know what? I have a rooting interest now. $2,000 on the line. Unless anyone can top that, we are rooting for Birmingham to hold on to this lead. As an unbiased reporter and announcer, I have my limits. I will give up my biases for certain things. And for money, and for a guy in my stream winning $2,000, that's one of them. That is absolutely one of them. Anything about the Phillies? Think about the Nats at 19-31? Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so Michigan's getting this ball. Again, for the purposes of Richard and for me, we need a stop here. We need something here. All right, 3:21 left. Love, 18 for 28 on the day. 1st and 10 at the Michigan 33-yard line. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I clicked the wrong box. Love, in the pocket. It collapses. He fires, wide open. Gain of 9 on the play. Did not get the first down. Did not get the first down, but does get 9 yards on the play. Catch there made by Reggie Corbin, the running back. 2nd and 1. If they don't hold this lead, we'll have a dumb decisions. Add a Scott Van Pelt bad beat. Oh, it would be painful. It'll be painful. 2nd one, handoff up the middle to the 50. And down at the 47-yard. A weird tackle. A weird tackle. That was almost in slow motion. Reggie Corbin goes down at the 47-yard line. He is hurt on the play. Gain of 11. That was a very, very weird tackle. You can just tell. That was in slow motion all the way. Open field tackle there made on the play by number 20, Donnie Lewis. All right. And the D-backs did get the win, 4-3. Castor finished the game, so got the split. All right, Corbin is down now. He's been down for quite some time. Again, that did not look good. That did not look good whatsoever. Again, that injury, that looked like it was in slow motion. That really did. He went down. He broke the tackle at first and then just went down. That did not look good. Look, the D-backs, you know, won the last 2 starts by Fod. I mean, Fod's been phenomenal lately. The first 2 outings, I was worried. He was allowing home runs left, right, and center, and I was worried about him tremendously. And I told myself that if he had a bad outing against the Giants, he was going back to AAA. He was going back down to Reno. Now, I mean, the last 2 outings, he's played well. He allowed 1 hit the last outing against the Giants. This outing, 5 1/3, 3 runs, but the 3 runs really should have been they should have been no runs because it was a bad play in right field, bad tracking by Fletcher out in right. No home runs allowed. I mean, he did his job. He looks legit. He looks legit. Yeah, but that did not look good for Corbin whatsoever. All right, I'm going to be right back. I'm just changing one of my TV monitors. So my apologies for that. I'll be right back. Don't worry, I'm still here. I'm still here. You don't have to worry about me. I'm still here. I'm still talking. I'm just changing one of my monitors because it just went out. So I'm just changing that really, really quickly just to make sure we have the best streaming experience possible for all of you guys. So I'm changing that right now. My apologies. I'm just changing this right now, and we are good to go. So monitor has been changed. We are good. So now we also have the Preakness on the screen on one of the monitors. So we are good to go. We are good to go. Funny story about the Preakness. Really, the Kentucky Derby. I was watching there with some friends, and before we were going to the D-backs game, and I said, I think Mage is going to win. I like the way he's. I don't know anything about horse races, but I was like, you know what? I like the way that he's walking. I like this jockey. He looks calm during the walk, but you can't bet on DraftKings and whatnot. But it was like 18 to 1. I think there's only like one casino you can bet on the Derby for. And I really wish DraftKings would have had it because I would have put a 20 on Mage and it would have been nice. Out route, that ball is caught. So Corbin is up. We are resuming play, which is good to see. 2nd and 1. They got to go quick. Michigan taking a lot of time here. They're in Birmingham territory at the 38-yard line. 2nd one, Love fires sideline. Incomplete. Couldn't track the ball there. Intended target on the play. Looked like it was Caden Davis, but he couldn't track the ball. He was running a fly route. Love threw a back shoulder because of the pressure. So 2:03 left. I have to get dinner out of the oven. I'll look tomorrow and next weekend for the stream. Yeah, we got both games. We got both games on Sunday. So we'll be here for all 6 hours of USFL coverage tomorrow, 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. Handoff up the middle to the 30-yard line. You get the first down. A.J. Richardson on the first down. Takes us to a 2-minute warning. 1:59 left. And the Panthers will have the ball at the 32-yard line. Birmingham looks in a pretty good spot. But Michigan has the ball. You have 4th and 12. You have all that. So we will see. We will see. But Corbin is up and seems all right, which is good to see. That's the most important thing. Corbin is up and all right. And the injury looked very scary. If you want close games also for baseball, Yankees, Reds, I have that on one of my monitors as well. It's 4-4, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs in that one. A lot going on in the sports world today. Preakness is about to start. 2 minutes left in this game. Yankees, Reds is tied at 4 apiece. Got PGA on. Later tonight, you got the NBA, you got the NHL. A continuation of Game 1 in the NHL from the Hurricane series. They are currently in the 78th overtime period. So we got to wrap that up, and then we'll play game number 2. Again, we are live streaming both games tomorrow, and we have 2 videos that just came out on JG9 and JG7. A Jim Brown video that came out on JG9, and a Cubs video on JG7 about a player, Jody Davis, who got fined for missing a game to attend the birth of his kid. True story. And Jim Brown, the video is about the time he almost got traded to the Cardinals in 1961. And it was the Cardinals, not the Browns, who said no. It was a straight 1-for-1 swap. And the Cardinals said no deal. Which seems crazy now, but honestly, wasn't too crazy at the time knowing what we know. Again, seems absurd, but that's the truth. Obviously now it seems absurd. This week we had 3 live streams. We had a USFL stream with New Jersey and Philly. We had these 2 games. We had live NFL trivia on Wednesday night. And we had 13 videos. Each at least 15, each around 15 minutes long. I'd say with the Jim Brown video, probably about 17 minutes long. So 13 videos this week from Sunday to Saturday, averaging about 17 minutes per. Plus 3 live streams, plus live trivia. It has been a lot. Oh, man. It has been a lot. It's been a busy week. It's what happens when the D-backs are on the road. I'll put it that way. When the D-backs are on the road and I can work while watching the game, that's what happens. The productivity levels are just insane. But hopefully we can make this a daily thing, 2 uploads every day. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Love trying to avoid the sack. He cannot. Down he goes. Willie Yarbury. Loss of 6. And Michigan will have to burn the first of their 3 timeouts. They only sent 4, but that's all they needed. Yarbury was getting held on that play too. He was getting mauled on that play. Didn't matter. He got out of it. Second and 16. And Preakness, who's Odell Beckham, is doing the Riders up. Interesting choice. But 2nd and 18, Michigan had to burn their timeout. They have 2 left. And Birmingham wins this game. They are in the playoffs. If the season ends today, Michigan loses its game. They are in last place of their division, tied with Pittsburgh. 2nd and 18. Ball the 38-yard line. They got their work cut out for them. Josh Love, 3 wide, 1 in the backfield. Love, they rushed 4. Man in his face fires incomplete. There was pressure. There was a man in his face. Pass intended for Trey Quinn, the #1 target on the team. Will Myers is on the Reds, yeah. I feel like I lost track of Myers in his career after he left the Padres. I feel like after that, you could tell me he played for any team in baseball, I would believe you. 3rd and 18. 1:49 left. It is obviously 4-down territory here. 3rd and 18 at the 38-yard line. Here we go. Love. Fires deep. 1-on-1 and incomplete. Great coverage there. Was a pretty good throw to Quinn, but a great play by Lorenzo Burns, who does not get burned on that one. He stayed with his man perfectly. 4th and 18. Do I write your voiceover scripts, or do you just use an outline and freeform the voiceover? Oh, no, I write everything to a T. I write every word to a T. I do not freeform. I can't freeform. There's so much research and so many expressions that go into it. There's no way I can freeform. Now, I'll add lines in there. There's lines that are not in the script that I will add in there. if I feel like they're necessary, and I'll just do it on the fly. Like there's some lines that are improv. Some lines are improv, but for the most part, everything is voiceover with a script. 4th and 18. Their last chance. Love fires. Incomplete. It falls incomplete. Intended for the man who scored the touchdown earlier, Cole Heinekini. And with 1:37 left, the Panthers only have 2 timeouts. Birmingham's got the ball in a 2-possession game. That should be all she wrote. Turn out the lights. The party is over. The Stallions ride high into the night. How do I send money? Can you explain to me? Thanks. So there should be a super chat button. So if you go to the chat thing, I don't know how it works on mobile, but if you go to the chat thing, so you type in a comment in the chat, underneath there is a YouTube super chat, and you can click on the $sign, and you go super chat, and you can type in a dollar amount. So if you go to the $sign on the below the comment, click super chat, and then you type in the dollar amount, and then send a message. And thank you so much, Richard. Really, it means a lot to me. Handoff goes to Marable, just trying to bleed some clock at this point, down at the 45-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. Michigan will burn the second of their 3 timeouts. At this point, all they can hope for is a fumble. This one is over. 2nd and 3. Just click the $sign on the bottom of where you make the comment, and then just do super chat, and then you type in a number. 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line. Michigan burned the second of their 3 timeouts. They got 1 left. And again, tomorrow we are live streaming both games. Philly, New Orleans at 12 o'clock Eastern will be live at 11:55. And then at 4 o'clock we'll be live at 3:55 for Houston against Jersey. Should be a good game. Should be 2 very good games. A lot on the line in the USFL. A lot of parity this year. We're doing quadruple header. Should be a ton of fun. So hopefully you'll join me for those streams. These streams have been a blast. Glad we got to do these. Glad we did it for the XFL. I'm glad we're doing them still for the USFL. So thank you so much for tuning in. 2nd and 3, 1:29 left. McGough. Handoff, Marable. Marable cuts it to the outside. He can't run out of bounds. And he does stay in bounds, which is good. The ref's saying stop the clock. I don't know why. The clock should be running. He gave himself up before he went out of bounds. The clock should absolutely be running. That is not on Marable whatsoever. He knew the situation. He went down in bounds. He absolutely went down in bounds. That should absolutely be clock still running. He gave himself up way before. And it should be enough for a first down either way, so it won't make a difference. The clock is stopped, though, so if it's not a first down, and if he did not give himself up, that's a huge break for the Panthers. But we will see. Injured Panther, yes, there is an injured Panther. It looks like, from what I can tell, it's Frank Inden, the man who recovered. No, he forced the strip sack. Not the strip sack. He forced the fumble on White. He's down the sideline right now. Hopefully he's okay. But we got a lot to sort out here in terms of, did he get the first down? Did he give himself up? There's 1:23 left. We're going to a commercial break. And we got 2 videos out on JG9 and JG7, 13 videos out this week. We have live NFL trivia on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern on Twitch. And we got both USFL games coming up tomorrow. It should be a fun day. Do you think the XFL going with Disney, ESPN, ABC, and the USFL going with Fox, if the USFL got the better broadcasting deal when it came to production and production quality? I think they got better announcers. I think they got better production quality, yeah. I think both leagues have the resources, for sure. I think they have every resource at their disposal, which is good. I think production-wise, it's clear that Fox and NBC are miles ahead of whatever ESPN and ABC are doing. The presentation for the XFL was kind of laughable in some regards. It was very unprofessional in some ways. The score bug was gigantic. The announcers had no clue what was going on. The whole destroying thing was terrible. This feels like a professional broadcast. Yinda, 18 tackles today. You're seeing it on your screen. USFL single game record. and he had a forced fumble plus half a sack. He's had a great game. One of the lone bright spots today for the Panthers in what has not been a great effort in front of their home fans. Really highlighted by that end of first half play. They do say that he got the first down, though. Michigan has no timeouts left. Mago got the first down handing off to Marable. So just going to be 3 kneel downs, and that will officially be the ball game. Just 83 seconds left to kneel it out. And Birmingham will go back to their hub with a 4-2 record in a good spot to make the playoffs. The funny thing is, in the North Division, there were 4 teams entering today, all at 2-3. We were wondering, what is going to happen? Will we know anything more about the North Division? Will anything sort itself out? After today, nothing. Both teams lost. Pittsburgh lost. Michigan lost. Nothing has sorted itself out in the North. Nothing whatsoever has sorted itself out in the North. As Michigan will fall to 2-4, Birmingham goes to 4-2. 27-13, your final score. The Stallions ride high into the night. And I guess while we have time, because why not? The Preakness is about to start. Let's try something. Let's try something. You know what? Screw it. Let's try it. Let's call some horse racing for the next 3 minutes. Calling some horse racing. Why not? Fits the theme. Stallions, horses. Let's see. So the game is officially over. The under hits. Birmingham -6 hits if you had that one. As I know, Richard, you had that one for sure. Let's do some horse racing. Why not? This game is over, and we are about to start the Preakness. So let's do some horse racing. XFL sideline announcers pushing gambling as though they were in on it. Yeah, it was not very professional. Like here, I mean, they push gambling, but it's not. It's very subtle. It's very subtle. I mean, they have the Bears segment and whatnot, but that's once a game, which is fine. They don't show the over/under during the game or the spread during the game. They show it from time to time. XFL, it was way too in your face. But here we go. Riders up. The horses are at the gates. About to approach the gates. You see Mage, National Treasure, Blazing Sevens. National Treasure in the 1, Chase the Chaos in 2. First mission was Scratch. Mage, 3rd. Coffee with Chris. The 4th spot, Red Route 1 and 5. Perform in 6. Blazing Sevens in 7. Only 7 horses in this field. The horse from Schenectady could not make it. If you are a Mike Francesa fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Mage, the Derby winner, the favorite at 8-5. Yeah, usually the Derby winner is always the favorite, barring very few exceptions. Like if a Derby winner changes their jockey or they were a huge underdog and they won it like 50-1, then they're not the favorite, but usually the favorite is whoever wins the Derby. I'm just going to finish with dinner. I'm still listening. All right, all good, no rush. We're going to stay on until this Derby is done. Yeah, XFL, it did feel like with the way the broadcast was, it did feel very gimmicky with gambling. Has a league or conference ever realized to balance their teams without expansion causing it? Not that I know of. What do you think about Secretary, the most dominant horse of all time? What he did at Belmont was the greatest thing I've ever seen by any horse. Secretariat was playing a different sport than everyone else. I think Secretariat is the greatest horse who ever lived. So the riders, the horses are getting there. I feel like all these races are starting later than they usually do. I think like 10 years ago, the Derby and whatnot in the Preakness, they started at like 6:20 Eastern. And now they're starting at 7. I don't know what changed or why they keep moving it back, but it feels like it used to start at 6:20 and then was 6:40 and now it's 7 o'clock. And now it's past 7. Again, Mage is the favorite in the 3 spot. Coffee with Chris, Chase the Chaos, 9-1. They are the underdogs in this one. Feels weird that the Coffee with Chris is now 10-1. Feels weird the worst horse is 10-1 odds. He also had a larger heart than most horses. Yeah, that explains a lot. That explains a lot. That explains why I have the stamina to keep going and whatnot. It's funny because the race at Belmont was close for the first, half. It was close. And then Secretary just started pulling away and got faster. I've never seen that. The horse just got faster as it went on. And not by the jockey doing anything. He just blew by everyone. And it was a close race at first, and then he went, 39 and a half lengths? I think that was what it was. Something insane. But again, right now we are on NBC. Chasing Chaos has dropped to 10-1 along with Coffee with Chris. First mission has been scratched. So 7 horses in there. Mage, the favorite, at 8-5. National Treasure, 5-2 at the 1. That 1 spot's always tough, though. You're pinned inside. You don't get a good start. You are pinned on the inside. You can't get to the outside. Not crazy about being at the 1 spot. Okay, if I had to bet. Man, if I had to bet. I don't like being at that 1 spot. I don't like being at that 1 spot for National Treasure. I don't like that whatsoever, because if you get off to a bad start, you're pinned inside, it's tough to bounce to the outside. You're in a tough spot. You need to get the outside. That's what Mage did. That's what Mage did phenomenally. Got off to a slow start, but he got the outside. And once he got the leverage on the outside in the Derby, he was off. I mean, I want Mage to win. I always want the Derby winner to win, so the Belmont means something. I always want that. I want to see a Triple Crown. So I want Mage to win. I love how I just saw the promo for the Belmont Stakes on Fox that the race for the Preakness is yet to happen. I mean, it's almost like how I love seeing Masters promos during bowl season. It's like, come on, it's snowing. I'm snowed in. The Masters is in for another 4.5 months. Why am I seeing this? All right, I'm going to go with, I don't think it's going to be National Treasure. I want to see Mage win. I'm rooting for Mage. If I'm going to bet on who would win, I didn't really see the walks. I didn't see the riders up in the walks, and that's usually how I tell. I want Mage. I really want Mage, but I don't know. I mean, he got the speed on the outside, but he's starting at the 3. He doesn't look that calm going in. Horse on the 2 spot looks a bit restless. That's usually not a good sign. Man, this is a tough call. All right, I'm going. Who's the horse in the 5? He looks calm. He looks super calm. Who's the horse in the 5? Red Route 1. Okay, I'm going with that. I'm gonna say I want Mage to win. I think it's gonna be Red Route 1. I think it's gonna be the horse in the 5. All right, here we go. We are officially off. We are officially off to the races. That's actually a very good start by National Treasure. I was worried about getting that inside corner, but he actually did a very good job. Got off to a great start. Got off to a great start, and now he's not on the inside anymore. But Red Route 1, my guy, is in. I can't even. It's in the 4 or the 5. Red Route 1, he's in 6. All right, that's a good sign. And Mage the favorite, he's in 3rd. Around the corner, National Treasure. I mean, he played that perfectly. National Treasure played that one perfectly, playing on the inside corner. That's always a tough spot to be in, and he took advantage of it. Because you got off to a bad start there, you're completely screwed. National Treasure in a very good spot. His lead is increasing. Coffee with Chris, you can tell he's starting to fall a few lengths behind National Treasure. So we're at the half-mile mark. National Treasure still at the lead. Mage in 4th, but again, that's totally fine. Mage is in 3rd. Again, remember, Mage, last time out, you got it with the end stretch. Red Route 1 is in 3rd. My guy's in 3rd, and he's got the outside. National Treasure lead is close. Coffee with Chris is falling back. I'm telling you, Red Route 1 is in 3rd place. Red Route 1 is in 2nd. Well, now he drops to. Now he's dropping to 5th. Red Route 1 is falling way behind. What on earth? Red Route 1 is falling way behind. Right, Blazing Sevens looks like he's got it. National Treasure is the inside. But it looks like Blazing Sevens. Mage is in 3rd. Mage is he's blowing past Red Route 1. All right, Mage coming on the outside, but that's a nice block there. Nice block there by the 7 horse. So hold off Mage. Got a massive tangle up. Here we go. Here we go. National Treasure. It's National Treasure. It's the 7. Oh, man, this is going to be decided by about a length. Not even. Here we go. Neck and neck. National Treasure. Who's got it? National Treasure. It is National Treasure. Oh, my goodness. National Treasure. I didn't think with that starting position. Right, that was National Treasure. That was National Treasure. After I said I didn't trust him because of that starting position. He played that perfectly. He played that perfectly. I will say National Treasure played that one perfectly. I'm always worried about the inside, but I guess with 7 horses in the field, it doesn't matter as much. But I'm worried if you don't get off to a great start. We saw that with Big Brown in Belmont in 08. You get off to a bad start, you're completely screwed. But he played that perfectly. Got off to a great start off the gates, led from wire to wire, got the middle, and National Treasure. That's a heck of a race. Heck of a race over National Treasure. Did not see that coming. Did not see that coming. Oh man, that was fun. That was fun. All right, we'll stay on for a few more minutes. Why not? We'll stay on for a few more minutes. The National Treasure and the other horse, I couldn't tell who it was. I thought it was Red Red One, but they have the same colors. A good bit of sportsmanship there by Mage also, the jockey on Mage. Blazing Sevens, that was the one. Yeah, Blazing Sevens. That was super close. Not even a length separating them. Not even a length. Man. Crazy good race. Crazy, crazy good race. Yeah, busy sports day tonight as well. Obviously, football games are done, but we do have Hurricanes, Panthers. We do have a big game in the Western Conference between the Lakers and the Nuggets. Lakers need to win. No team has ever erased a 3-0 deficit. Lakers need this one. Do I hope they get it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It was a phenomenal race. Races have been good this year. Races have been pretty good this year. Kentucky and Preakness have been very, very close. Wire to wire. And Mage, yeah, he never had it. Mage tried to get the outside, but a nice block there by Blazing Sevens to hold him off. And it looked like Blazing Sevens was going to get some lanes, but on National Treasure at the very end. But National Treasure, I don't know, found something in him at the last second. So it looked like Blazing Sevens had that. Great race, though. Great strategic racing by the jockeys. That was fun. That was a fun one. All right, if it's easier for you, Richard, I'll just send my Venmo to you if you want to do that, because I gotta sign off in a few minutes. So if it's easier for you to do that versus this, it's totally your call. But because I just gotta sign off in a few minutes because I gotta work on some other videos that will hopefully come out tomorrow. So we'll stay for a few more minutes though. Rare One came in 4th. All right, you know what? Not bad. Not bad. When your pick comes in 4th, that's not bad. Granted, it was a 7-horse field, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Mage coming in 3rd, Blazing Sevens in 2nd, National Treasure, the winner there in that first spot. In terms of what's on the agenda, for those wondering, we have live USFL coverage tomorrow, both games. We will do the 9 o'clock game Pacific time, so 12 o'clock Eastern time, and the 4 o'clock game Eastern time. A lot on the docket tomorrow, plus videos coming out. A JG9 video will come out. Hopefully a JG7 video will come out as well. JG9 video will be something Cowboys related. I wanted to get out today, couldn't because Jim Brown news took priority, so had to do that. So Cowboys video is coming out tomorrow. JG7 video, I have no clue what it's going to be on. I have not found the topic. I have not researched the topic. We'll see. There's a lot of different ways we can go with that. You should live stream the ESPN Ocho like Corgi Racing. Yeah, only 13 have won the Triple Crown. Only 2 have won in the last 40 years. Only 2 have won it since 78, I want to say. So remember 2015 when American Pharaoh did it. I remember that vividly. So I watched the Derby actually on someone's phone at the draft. There was I watched at like one of the draft people had, like they had all the representatives there where they would hold up the card back in 2015 in Chicago, and that's all they would do. They would hold up the card. So they had nothing to do besides that. So they would be watching other stuff, doing random stuff on their computers, and one of them had the Derby on, and I remember watching the Derby on their computer screen. Like we were all just huddled around the computer screen watching it. Yeah, American Fair One justified. Yeah. Your horse racing and band go hand in hand. Oh, it's beautiful. Horse racing is the betting sport. Because a lot of people, you don't need to know anything about it. You just bet. Just bet on a horse you like. And you hope for the best. Seeing what other games are on for MLB. Yeah, the Cardinals game is starting on Fox in a bit. We're going to get a win after D-backs got their win. I think every other game is just about done. I think Mariners Braves is the last game, besides Cardinals coming up. So we will do that for the time being. So crazy day again. I've done this on 2.5 hours of sleep, 2 hours of sleep. I go to bed until like 7 o'clock last night. So I'm not exhausted though. I'll feel it later. I'm not exhausted right now. So fingers crossed it stays that way. Fingers crossed it stays that way because I actually feel all right. I'm gonna get a lot of work done after this. I can tell you that much. The grind does not stop whatsoever. All right. I think on that note, I'm gonna hop off. So again, Richard, if you want, I'll send you my Venmo. If you want to do that, for a super chat, because I'm going to hop off right now. So, just because I got some work to do, I got some things to catch up on. So, I'll send you my Venmo. I don't know if there's a way to direct message you or. I'll just put it in the chat, and then you can do it that way. That's easier. So I'll just do that, make sure that's the right Venmo. So if you want to do that or you want to do a super chat, but I'm going to hop off. Because I got to get some work done. But thank you guys for tuning in. This has been a fun stream. It's been a fun 7 or so hours of live streaming football and then horse racing at the very end because that's just how the cookie crumbled. So again, live streams tomorrow, 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, both USFL games. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, this is JG9 signing off. Have a great rest of your night, everyone, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more USFL action. Have a great